Alrighty, that being said, hello. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't think y'all can hear me. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have episode 1 of The Likes of Valley of Dreams. It feels like every single time I decide to open up the show, I'm always changing the likes of the little title up above. Today, we're not playing Secrets of the Sand. We're actually playing Valley of Dreams with the Monday group. Hope everybody's evening, morning, or night has been good so far, and hope everybody's been enjoying themselves. That being said, we're about to get started real quick. I don't think I have any announcements or anything like that at the moment, but... Oh, I do have a couple announcements. For those of you guys who missed any of the previous sessions of either Valley of Dreams or Secrets or The Ascent or Rime the Frostmaiden, we're actually going to be uploading all of the VODs on the YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out and more. And you can get notified whenever we have another VOD, basically go up on that channel. So you can always stay up to date and more. So then you can actually stay up to date for next week. We did have another announcement. This is more so not necessarily towards Soulbound or anything like that, but I'm going to try to upload my Sekiro Shadows Die Twice video where we take a bunch of Sekiro mechanics and add them into D&D. We're going to try to upload that video again. We had a couple of rendering issues recently, so I didn't get a chance to upload it, so that's why it hasn't been here yet. I'm going to try again and try to upload that maybe tomorrow, but no promises. And yeah, that is that. Besides this, you guys know the deal. I mean, if you don't, welcome to the show. I'm a professional dungeon master, basically where I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora. And all of the games, including this one that you're about to see right now, basically can affect each other in big and small ways, with all the other dungeon masters running their campaigns in, again, the same universe. But enough stalling. We've already went over time. Let's get going and let's start playing Valley of Dreams. Let's go see what all the other players are talking about. All right. Also, yeah, shout out to Finn. We actually do got the new overlay and everything. Right now, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. But it's in the work in progress state where we are going to basically have where every single one of the characters' backgrounds and all that stuff will be added to the overlay for each and every one of you guys to see and see all their personalities and more. All right, but we're gonna unmute and let's see what we got here.
Who died?
Yo.
So Vito.
Yo. How's everybody doing today?
All right.
That's what we like to hear. So, if y'all actually probably see it on the Discord or whatever, you probably see me streaming a little overlay and all that. This is so far what we got. It's almost, or it's about 50% done, but it's looking pretty nice right now. So the only thing that we got left is we got to handle the right side, where you'll actually eventually be able to see each and every one of your characters will have your own specific border, and it'll be customized to basically fit the theme of your character. So, like, for example, with Zaman, you may end up seeing, like, minerals or even sort of vines wrapping around his border, but for Agni, you'll see, like, I don't know, fire or even Karametra sort of Druidcraft vines or something like that. But everybody's going to have their own little specific shtick, and yeah, look forward to looking to that maybe by next session or the session after that. That being said, anybody got any questions before we get started with everything?
Only question I think our resources was never like updated in the splash screen, like for the medicine that we picked.
Sure thing. Let me go look at that. Voting, splash screen, resources. I'm gonna bring everybody to the resources thing. All right, so what's not accurate again, so I can make sure I got the right numbers?
We maxed our medicine.
Maxed your medicine, gotcha. Let me do that. Change that from here, and it should be 20 out of 20 then. Is everything else correct though, or I think, do y'all still have the 14 out of 20 materials? Because I know y'all built a bunch of stuff. I don't know if that's you guys gain more materials afterwards or not.
I'll leave that to the resource leader Zaman over there.
I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I'll double check and I'll let you know what in the session.
Gotcha. Alrighty. That being said, if that's good to go, then anybody else got any other questions before we get started?
The character scroll wheels are definitely not accurate.
Character scroll. Oh, did it not update? Hold on.
I didn't know Zura was chosen by Wrath as well. That's crazy.
Nah, like I made sure to update it. Oh, I know why. Here, I can Yeah, okay. I updated the base file. I just didn't update it on the overlay. I'll probably update it in a minute when you guys are RPing and talking amongst yourselves. But yeah, you don't have to worry about it for a little bit. Alrighty. That being said, is there anything else that I need to know of real quick? Alrighty, if that's the case, gentlemen, it's time for the likes of the return of Valley of Dreams. All right, let me pull out the intro and let's get started with today. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's do this. Alright, and we got a new theme song. Hopefully y'all can hear it through Foundry, but hope for the best, because I know sometimes it decides to act up. But I would like for each and every single one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the likes of a grand full of adventurers, warriors, the tale of the Voden Knights. For this be the infamous tale of those whose souls were bound. The tale began with 6 brave souls, all hailing from different lands, joining together for an unforgettable adventure. A tale to be recited in the mead halls of Valhalla, to be reborn in hopes of replication one day amongst the sands, and a tale of when honor dies and what those do to keep it or even let it burn. Our heroes, though united previously, they were joined in a new barbaric ally and would search for an old one gone missing. They climbed the waterfall in the mountains above to get a vantage point in hopes of finding their lost friend. However, their journey would not be easy. They'd fight beasts of metal and flesh. They'd even do battle with orcs and the corruption alike. No matter what challenge thrown their way, they'd be all victorious. However, they'd no longer need to fight alone, as they'd find the likes of 4 individuals who changed their lives. From the likes of the shaman myconid named Philo, to a ringtail panda named Mao, to a lizard folk hunter and Trog, to even a fabled Leonin samurai and Hannibal. They'd all join the fight of our heroes and ally with one another, and when all their strength was tested, it was true that nearly no one could best the Voden Knights. Nearly no one. A faction of no honor, brutality, and tyrannical rule would be discovered as the only force so far strong enough to challenge the Knights. But they wouldn't back down from a fight. They'd seek a civilization of their own, gather resources, and seek to end their rule and restore peace to the valley. However, they'll need powerful allies and weaponry to do so. Whether they'll succeed or whether they'll fail to the corruption or any of the Zhao dynasty, or even the creatures of the night stalking them from afar, well, we'll have to see what will be in store for our heroes in Chapter 3 of Soulbound, Valley of Dreams. With that, everybody, let's get started exactly where we left off and pick back up directly in the village of myconids and mushrooms and even all your fungus folk. Alright, I'm going to send you guys to a new map, but also kind of a familiar one, as you guys are going to be picking back up as you're getting ready to leave or out into the forest. Alright, there you go. Let that load. And also let me get you guys a little bit of ambience and all of that good stuff. Alright, and this right here. So, as we pick back up where we left off, we return to the likes of our party where we find them getting ready, basically getting their last preparations done before heading further and further into the Mushrooms land. You see, as our heroes ready themselves, dozens of these spirits begin to swarm the lands, and as they do, the final touches of the houses requested to be built are nearly finishing up. At this point, You see as they place the final tiles while other spirits take to the farms and begin to plant seeds and till the ground before they begin to nod towards one another and report over the likes of the Voden Knights. As the spirits begin to regroup and get ready to head over to you all, what is it that each and every single one of you all are doing as you're preparing yourselves to go into the forest? Is there anything you'd like to check up on? Any NPCs you'd like to talk to? Or any conversations you'd like to have between yourselves? As said, the floor is yours and the map is open.
For the garden, are we able to direct them what to plant? Do we have like different things that they can grow?
Not at the moment, as it's still in the sort of work or building process of it, but right now they're just defaulted to pretty much just building or making in food for you guys. But there will be other things that you guys can actually make besides just simple food that will help you guys out later, aka building or being able to sort of farm resources for medicine and other things like that.
Copy.
But there's nothing, it's not going to be like that intricate where it's like, oh, I need you to make carrots or whatever. Or, oh, I need you to make potatoes or something. It's not going to be that deep. Unless you guys wanted to, then I can make the mechanics for it.
Copy. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were, because I know there's cooking mechanics and everything else, so I wasn't sure if we can direct for certain ingredients. But okay, yeah, that's cool. Devon has nothing.
That being said,
could you pull me over into the map?
I gotcha. Is anybody else not on the map at the moment? 'Cause sometimes it does that. Actually, oh wait, there you are. Hold a scene. All right, you should be loading in right now.
Yeah, I have. Thank you.
There you go. And yeah. So at this moment in time, you see as the spirits are building up their stuff. What are you all doing at the moment? Not all at once.
We should all. Are we all ready to go into this forest?
Go Black. We have to take care of this for the little ones, don't we? And this place will be a better base than we. Gore would have still preferred the caverns.
We did make a deal to help these people out. The quicker we do that, the quicker we can continue on our journey.
But then let's get to move on it. There's many things we need to do. So the quicker we hold up by the end of the deal, the quicker we can continue to make this new place of ours a home and protect these shroom creatures.
There's one thing I'd like to do as Agni.
Sure
is
thing.
the garden actually built or no?
The garden is actually built at this point. Though granted, all you did was necessarily just expand it more and make it a little bit more feasible and functional. Zaman probably taking a little bit more of the reins for that to figure out exactly what needs to be planted and how big it needs to be.
Okay. Before we leave, Agni does want to kind of go over to the garden, by himself. If everyone's like already getting ready to head out, you just say, "I will meet you all at the front. I believe we were heading up north. Is that right, Gishir?"
That would be right, but it seems to be that all of the sort of materials and all the sort of building propositions that you made, they seem to be, for the most part, working in order. I didn't expect that you'd bring in multiple forces, and you'll see as he begins to look an eye over towards the likes of the dozens and dozens of spirits. Now, there's too many for me to sort of add, so it's not really going to be a point of me putting them on the map, but they are there. These sort of spherical individuals who seem to be wearing sort of overalls and sort of builder hats and more. A couple pickaxes and hammers, if you will. And they seem to be just sort of repairing and doing the finishing touches on your different houses and huts.
Is there a problem with them being here? You don't seem fond of them.
Well, to be fair, I don't think many people would be fond of it. To have, well, there's no simple way to put it, but outsiders to emerge into typically a civilization of fungus folk. But myconids are... they can adapt quite easily. And once, if you can prove yourselves like you've done so far with your defenses as much in combat, and also getting their favor, then maybe they'll look the other way.
Put it like this. Well, the sooner we're out of your hair, the better it is for both of us.
Agreed. That being said, is there anything that I need to know about the likes of you all? What you are capable of? Or anything of the sorts?
Agni would sort of look around at everyone, and you would hear him say, I mean, each of us are quite capable in terms of melee combat, and that's for sure. If you want to get into specifics, well, I don't want to speak for everyone's strengths and weaknesses, but you can usually find someone like myself, somewhat in the melee to mid-range of fighting, wielding magic of sorts. I tend to try to help everyone out as best as I can.
I see. That being said...
Gor's killed a god before. He's out to do it again.
You've killed a god. Really? Which one?
A weak one. Not the one Gor's searching for.
I... Make a persuasion check, Gore. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Here we go again.
Yeah. It's as long as I can say it. Oh, that's not a check. Yeah.
17. You look, you see as Gashir looks you up and down, and it's more of, you would either passive insight or anybody higher than Gore's would notice as, it's more so, he doesn't like fully 100% believe you. It's more so, he looks each and every single one of you up and down, and based off of your appearance, you definitely seem capable, and it's more so, I'm not gonna question him whether he did or not because I don't want to mistake if he actually can, and I don't want to get caught in the crossfire, you know? So, I'm gonna let him be. So, that being said, he'll just kind of mind his own business.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Where is
you disconnected.
yeah, Gord just dropped out. Where is the
Hopefully that'll be fixed.
the thing that used to pop out on the bottom left of the screen, like with all your stuff?
Oh,
actions and stuff.
Yeah, so if y'all want to have that overlay up, then right click on your tokens and then click the little two swords on the top left. There you go. And let me know if that works. I'm trying to get the character image overlay changed up.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you. So
Yeah,
Agni,
I kind of like that thing.
you're heading over to the Lex of the farm. Now, I wanted to get this thing uploaded, but I can't do it without messing up the overlay or looking into the DMs, and I don't want to do that. But you would see as there is a handful of sort of spirits here that seem to be kind of tilling the Lex of the ground and before, but you even would notice as they actually have, well, farmer hats and more, and even the likes of overalls, sort of chewing on the likes of sort of wheat and blades of grass and more. But that being said, as you look towards the likes of the garden, nothing is bloomed just yet, as it's just been made, but with a bit of time, I wouldn't see a reason why. That said, is there anything you would like to do?
Oh yeah, so when he kind of leaves to let people introduce themselves if they prefer to, he kind of wants to go over to the garden and he's going to like kneel down at it, and he wants to say a little prayer before we go, as he wants to pray a bit to his god to sort of bless these crops potentially for what's to come. So you would see him kind of walk over. He's going to like put his scythe down, and as he's sort of kneeling, he's going to say out loud, but in like a very low voice, so it's almost like a whisper, so no one else would like hear him. Damn, I didn't think this through. Blessed maternal goddess Karametra, I come to you as a person blessed by your gift of life, asking for your blessing, not for myself, as I've been undeserving, but as a plea for your blessing. For this new area, I and my allies shall call home for the time being in this strange land. Your blessing will provide guidance as I seek to provide a place the weak can follow the strong, a place where food and drink will be bountiful, and a place where the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Please allow these lands, and specifically this garden, to flourish in your name, Karametra, goddess of harvest.
That being said, Agni, make a faith check. So for you, this is a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. I just roll just regular persuasion?
Regular persuasion.
Oh, okay.
While he's doing that, I just want to point out my character sheet is like all wrong. For some reason, none of my proficiency bonuses are added onto my skills.
All right, hold on, I'm gonna look at that. Also, my bad. Agni, I meant to say you do so with advantage because you actually RP'd it out. That's my apologies. You said none of your proficiencies are there?
Yeah, like I'm looking at all my skills. Yeah, my proficiency.
Oh, man.
bonus is not added.
Seems close it and open it back up because I see everything here. Like +5 to athletics, +2 to history, +2 to insight.
No, like the
the weapons.
Yeah. No, the skills. Like for some reason it says +1 on the top right instead of 2. We have proficiency 2 at this level, right?
Yeah, proficiency 2.
Yeah, it's not adding 2 points to each of the things I'm proficient in.
All right, here. I'll just re-import it and hope that fixes itself. If not, I'm gonna look at it before anything happens, obviously.
Yeah,
But
I just noticed. I'm like, what's going on?
So Agni, what ends up happening is with your 9, you do say the prayer out, but as you were sort of approaching this area, and definitely as you're kind of saying the prayer, you do see as multiple bits of the Myconid villagers and more, they begin to look at you all, for the most part, up and down. You especially, with the likes of your sort of stature and just overall appearance, with the fact that you have devil horns and also giant muzzle over your face and a big ass scythe, to be fair. You see as not necessarily something of, how you say, disdain. It's more of something of fear washing over the likes of the villagers, but they see as you begin to look down and begin to pray to the likes of the farmlands below. Your prayer is heard, but no any extra benefits or anything like that, or signs of sort of assurance are known to you. That being said, the Myconid over here would begin to look you up and down, and he'd begin to say, you worship Karametra, do you?
Yes, and what of it?
Seems to be that, well, Karametra's... long story short, hasn't been helping us out much more or recently due to the likes of what's happening in the forest from afar. It's hopeful wishing, but I don't know if it'll get us too far when it comes to the farmlands, but we can certainly keep trying.
I'm headed that way. I'll see it done. If we need to get our hands dirty to help bring back prosperity to the forest, then so shall it be.
Oh, good luck down there, because apparently some nasty stuff is festering in the likes of those lands. But, I mean, hopefully that scythe of yours can cut them all down to size. That being said,
Agni just looks at him. He kind of like rubs his hands from like the dirt. Doesn't really nod, but just kind of acknowledges him and kind of walks away to catch up with the group.
Easy enough. That being said, or Agni, you do receive an inspiration die from the likes of Orange. So, there you go. You can make a mental note of that as you're making your way back to the likes of everyone else. That being said, go ahead.
So yeah, it shows proficiency +2 now, so that's all fixed. But now I have never mind. At first I had none of my equipment, but it's there now. Never mind. We're all set.
All right, good to go. That being said, Zora, at the most, you'd probably see as Hannibal is just kind of waiting for everybody to get going and such. But he's kind of sort of sitting off to the side, kind of messing with the likes of different mutagens and more of the sorts. You see as he's beginning to sort of pour and mix vials and begin to sort of lay them off to the side, placing them in a pouch just in case, before eventually sort of standing and looking towards you all. Well, probably looking towards Gashir and just reassuring you, warrior. Are you sure of any of the type of creatures that we may find in this sort of forest? Anything that we should be aware of? Or maybe even what they're capable of? To be fair, a couple of these monsters, they were always sort of a threat around the surrounding area, but from what I understand, they're just a bunch of giant trash monsters or something. Nothing to be too afraid of, but hopefully we won't have to deal with them in number, as they are definitely powerful foes. Not entirely sure what they are, but they're definitely not humanoid in the slightest. Did they look alien in nature? Slightly, but you'll see what I mean when we get there. That said, is everyone here to get going?
Azora said, "It is time we make good on our promise to these individuals. If this is to be our home, I want it to be as safe not just for us, but for them as well." And when she said this for them as well, she looks over at Gashir and like kind of nods towards him.
Zora, this isn't a persuasion check to Gashir. This is just in general for all around. Make a persuasion check for me.
Copy. Now you know.
But not today.
I mean one of the best.
But not today. Azora, do you have... Wait, how many proficiencies do you have from your amnesiac unlocked?
Just survival and history.
Survival and history? Well, Azora, as this begins to happen, as you begin to say this, you watch as all the differing myconids begin to look over towards you. Now, granted, all the myconid, the mushroom folk, they haven't really let their eyes kind of leave you since you even really entered into this village, being necessarily outsiders, but Philo did put a good word in for you, so they definitely do hear you out. And as you begin to convey these sort of words, some of the other mushrooms that are a little bit more skeptical, they begin to nod in sort of appreciation, but words can only go so far. Actions mean more. Zora, as you begin to look over at all the sort of myconids, you begin to immediately recall something. You begin to see visions, visages, and more. And you find yourself on an island of warriors, where the likes of the Bushido Code was taught to you, and where you would also learn the way of the blade, become a sword master eventually. As you were taught these sort of rules, these sort of, how you say, code of ethics and more, one of the things of being able to assure the populace that safety would be almost assured and positive, or a positive outcome, that it would be almost, how you say, inevitable. This was one of the main teachings of the likes of Bushido, to stand as a sort of peace, or a symbol of peace and prosperity. As you've been to recall these sort of tactics and more, you do gain the likes of proficiency in persuasion as you gain your final amnesiac background feature. Alrighty then.
It's crazy it took this long to get 3 RP20s.
I mean, it
only
makes
have-
sense.
I only have one.
I mean, to be fair, it's over the course of an entire campaign, so I mean, it makes sense. I wasn't expecting people to hit them like even like this fast, to be fair.
True. But yeah, her RP rolls, bro, if they were over like a 12, bro, that was a good day.
That being said, all right. Just making sure everybody gets their chance unless they're ready to go. Addy Dark and Cora, is there anything you two are doing, or are you just waiting for everybody to go?
I'm just waiting.
Got
I'm
it.
ready to go.
Addy Dark, what about you? You're muted if you're saying anything.
These city slickers bore me. I'm ready to get out in the country.
Got it. That being said, you'll
Your
see.
character loves the country life.
Bro, this ain't no country life. Y'all just domesticated house cats out here, bro. See all these buildings? Y'all don't really know about the outback, bro.
Oh man.
Damn, you sleep on tree stumps and still not good enough for Addy.
Crazy, bro. I sleep in a whole shell. Still not good enough.
Legit. Still not good enough.
Still not
Bro, you
yet.
gotta be sleeping in a river full of piranhas. In all respect.
That's the Addy Dark way. That being said, as you all begin to gather forth, Gashir will begin to notice, and you all will begin to form up and more before you all begin to head further back into the forest. Alright, if you guys can move your tokens all the way off to the side, over to about here, and we'll be good to go. But as that's happening, let me get the second map ready for you all. Alright, here we go. And I need this one, yeah. Alright, this should be good. So, as the party begins to continue traveling for a little bit in time, eventually you travel forth to find more and more of the sort of a mushroom village beginning to fade in the sense of civilization and more, and only reside into the likes of hereby or a couple of crates near and dear, but also a couple of other mushrooms that seem to be sort of sprouting about, a little bit more colorful than the ones in the likes of the civilization, but also a lot more wild and untamed. You see as up ahead more bits of this strange sort of trees stalks or fungi in general begin to sort of swarm and take over the likes of the ground and even the likes of the wood by normal trees. Specifically, you see the ones who have more of a familiar but dangerous sort of sight to them. You see as some of the mushrooms have purple, bits of blues, and even green astral lights forming, but for the most part, they seem to be tame-ish for now, but yeah, whether you want to get as close or get kind of inhale any sort of toxins or whatever near them, probably debatable. That being said, Bashir will begin to look over towards you all, begin to lead the way. If there's anything you'd like to say to him or to each other while you're traveling, you can do so. And if you ever want to go over anywhere on across the map, then by all means, the map is open.
Gore takes a little bit of that bear skin fur that he had before and tosses it kind of around his face. He's like, ugh, more of these tricky scents.
He sees Amon kind of looking to see if there's any materials, seeds, foliage that he can gather while they're out there.
Sure thing. Make a survival check. And also, Cora, you have received a inspiration die from the likes of Zale from Secrets in the Sands.
Appreciate it.
Azora's gonna ask Gashir about the like spores coming out and whatnot, and she's gonna say, is there anything that is produced by these plants that you would say is detrimental to us?
Here, I'll tell you what. I was gonna make a or medicine check more so. All right, 1 second. All right, 14. Detrimental to me? No. Detrimental to you? Probably. I'm not entirely sure too much myself what exactly, well, humanoids can sort of handle, but if you're going to live in the village, I mean, you're probably going to have to get used to it too eventually.
She nods to him, and she begins to wrap her cape around her face, kind of like Addie Dark.
Easy enough.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I want to.
Gore yells out, "What of the water?
Oh, hold on 1
Does this
second.
water try to be undrunk?"
Well, hold on 1 second, Gore. Zaman, that's something real quick.
Yeah, I wanted to add guidance to my role, but I saw y'all was doing y'all thing. I didn't want to interrupt.
I got you. I'll roll a d4. As you begin to cast guidance and begin to look around the area with a 21, you do in fact see a bit of things that could probably use for some scavenging. From a couple of crates off to the side that don't seem to be getting much use out here, to even a couple of crates over off to the side hidden away. You look over and around and hidden behind the likes of sort of mushrooms and more. See the likes of a couple crates and maybe even something a little interesting to the side. The last thing that you would notice, kind of because Addie Dark is heading in the direction of them, you would see as there seems to be a little bit of handful of materials that, again, is broken down. A majority of these materials in general, or crates, they seem to be broken and abandoned, not necessarily in, well, you're not really entirely sure, like, what from, though. Like, whether it was somebody, like, ran in here and just started destroying stuff, or whether they were just dropped off and left in a mad dash or something. You're not really sure.
Copy. He would say, did you have a scouting party or something that came out this way and left these materials behind?
Well, I believe so. I wasn't necessarily a part of the scouting party. It was very, very rushed and dangerous. We had to evacuate the legs of all of the individuals and get away from the outskirts and even the main sort of hall, and just get back to safety where you all came in. I wouldn't be surprised if these are materials left over in the rush.
Copy. Did everyone survive that encounter? Or did everybody come back unscathed?
That's the thing. It doesn't make sense, but we feel as if everybody made it back alive, but from the amount of houses that we have, or the structures that we did have, it would suggest that a bigger civilization or bigger group of people were there. But none of us really have recollection of, well, building it ourselves.
Interesting. I will gather these materials so that we can bring them back with us.
That being said, Gore and Cora, make a perception check for me. And Zaman, make a survival check as you're gathering bits of the materials. Trog is actually going to help you. He's going to give you advantage as he'll begin to just start walking over and just start picking up the supplies and putting them in bags.
She does want to talk to Trog, but we could delineate this first.
All right. 6 to 9, and then you do have advantage for your survival checks, Zaman. But Gore, you were okay.
There's a shift for advantage.
Alt for advantage.
Alt, copy.
But Gore, you were saying something a little bit earlier, right? Get muted if you're speaking.
Let's just say Gore just went over by the water and he yelled out. He was like, "Does this water try to be undrunk as well?"
You'll see as Hannibal will call out and just say, "Go, it is a big pool. I can be lurking within. Be careful."
Gore knows to respect the waters now. And he steps back a little bit, but nah, he doesn't do that. He just steps back.
And so, with your 9 on perception, Cora, you two, you don't really see much. Not really anything in like the water. Seems to be like water, but for the most part, you would see something kind of occasionally moving in it. But you can maybe assume that's probably fish or something. That being said, while that's happening, 19 plus 4, that will be enough. You, Zaman, and Trog, you're able to gain the likes of 2 material resources and the likes of 1 single soul coin. I will write that down.
Copy.
That being said, Azor, you're trying to talk to the likes of Trog as well.
Yeah, just say, not that it appears things have been calming down. Perhaps you and I could have a chat.
Okay. What did you need to talk about?
You've been now with us for some time. I've seen your skills for sure. But I'm just curious. Well, if we are going to have to work together, especially defending this place, what is it specifically would you say are your strong suits? The skills you feel most comfortable with? I have a feeling in time we're going to be more than just a roaming band of warriors, but perhaps in time, once we find a settlement, if you wish to stay, perhaps it's best you do something you're good at or you enjoy.
That seems feasible and understandable, but Trog is the best at sort of scavenging, scouting ahead, looking for the things that go unseen. Trog is good at taking out individuals from afar when they are unaware of his presence. But when the pressure is on and war ensues, my aim and my efficiency isn't as good as it could be.
Explains a lot, she thinks. She says, well, perhaps this place that we're traveling to in order to clear out, perhaps once we get close enough, you could perhaps scout out the area and bring back some information before the rest of us travel forth. Even if it's something as simple as the number of foe or the type, that could give us enough information before we engage.
It's true. Everyone does have a part.
Just if you do so, remain hidden and be careful.
You mentioned everyone sort of trying to do the best that they could, or what they're good at or they enjoy. What do you enjoy? What are you good at, besides, well, killing?
She says, it is not killing that makes me good or that I enjoy. It is protection, defense. My part in all this will be security for the most part. I want to make sure all my companions make it through the day and able to come back home at night. With your assistance, I think we both can make that a lot more efficient. Your information, my brawn. Together, it can make quite a pairing.
You are right. Trog will look into this, but hold. Something is not right. You'll see as Trog will actually begin to almost hang off to the side as he's sort of looking over towards the likes of the waters for a second. You'll see as he hides behind a little bit of a mushroom for a brief moment.
She would follow.
Did you see something in there?
She'll come over here to peek through the mushrooms, just look into the water.
All right, make a perception check with sight. $21. You look over and you definitely see a little bit of ripples in the likes of the water, but it's not necessarily one or two. You would notice as a ripple appears here, then another one here, then a third here, and then a final fourth one here. With your 21 perception check, the other thing you would also see is what you would swear for a second, it looks like a sort of massive sphere, a circle inside of the water, and it seems, or the said circle seems to have a sort of slit going down the middle of it. Kind of like an eye almost.
She would call over Gashir and describe exactly what you just said, and she will say, "Are you aware of anything like this in these waters?"
You'll see as he will begin to say, "No, I've never heard of such a thing. The only thing I remember that resides in there is just simple, sort of woodland creatures."
She would yell out, "Goa, Cora, come."
Alright. And Gore will be like, what is it, quick one?
There's something in the water. It appears to be, was it like a big looking eye or like a...
It was a massive looking eye. To put this in perspective of how big this thing was, hold on one moment. I think I can draw a circle here and I'll probably do it justice. About that big.
For the record, Key, it seems like I'm like connected with Core. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I noticed that. Drag on your screen. Like just drag randomly on your screen and then make sure you don't have both of them highlighted.
Yep,
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay.
That's different.
She would say that seems...
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sensei, with my perception check, would I see that as well from the trees?
From the tree, yeah, you'd probably see relatively the same thing. You kind of going off to the side, not necessarily having any voices distracting you. You'd see, again, a little bit of ripples in the water and the same eye. And it, again, eventually vanishes after a little bit of time of showing.
Yeah, she'll say to Gore and Cora and whoever else is listening, there seems to be a giant eye in the water. Not just an eye as like you or I, but perhaps even bigger than this mushroom here. The cap, at least.
And Gore's like, always with the water. Water's trying not to be drunk. Water's trying to drink. Now this water sees.
Perhaps we no longer diddle-dally around here. And perhaps it's best we move our rampa and get going.
That being said, Addy Dark, you would see as the water begins to ripple even more, at this point, a little bit violently. At this point, you would even see, not necessarily like full-on waves or anything like that, but you would definitely see as it almost begins to part in some places and then begins to reform once more. Make another perception check, Addy. Cora and Gore, you as well.
In the highest... Am I in the largest tree that I'm nearby? Like the highest point possible?
Maybe not necessarily the highest, but considering it's the closest one to the water, yeah, just about. 22 and 11 and a 17. 22. All right, Cora, here's what you see. Well, actually, we'll go down the list. So Gore, starting from the bottom. With an 11, you kind of just start seeing a little bit of ripples. Again, not too sure exactly what it is. You sort of going off about the water and how it seems to be changing, but you've never really seen water sort of ripple itself, unless maybe something is inside of it. Addy Dark, you begin to look over and you see as it's not just ripplings or now, it seems to be almost, how you say, tendrils even residing in the likes of this sort of water. You look over and they seem to be this sort of mucusy greenish yellow color and more. Cora, with your 22, you'd see the same thing that Gore and Addy Dark saw, but you would see as at the tail end of one of the tendrils, you would begin to notice as it has this sort of spiked into it, and surrounding or inside of these little spiked sort of circle, you would see as there's 1, 2, and then 3 smaller eyes just looking at each and every single one of your party.
Well, I'd like to take this moment to give the group a chance to RP anything they'd like before I begin this battle. Yeah, I'm about to rage, so just want to give you guys a quick few minutes here if you want to do anything before I rage. I'm about to rage and do something.
Cora would look at the eyes and just and she would just let the group know, like, do you guys see the eyes? They're looking at us.
Oh.
Yes, this is why I say perhaps we get moving. This, whatever this thing is, it isn't bothering us yet. Let's not give it a reason.
But before I left, one of the villagers informed me that some of the problems being caused here is because of, well, let's just say the intruders in these lands. I don't know if this is one, but we could find out on the way back.
She says, well, if this creature is causing a problem, then perhaps it is on us to deal with it.
Do we even know what this creature is?
But Gashia says he's never even heard nor seen anything like this.
I am unsure of what it could be, to be fair. Do we have anything
Maybe
to...
we should...
Oh, good. No, that's you.
He was gonna say, maybe we should do some additional research on it before we try to attack it.
Addy.
Research, he said. Research. At this point, definitely see it as a threat, and I think Addy is looking to slay beasts of any sort at this moment, because it seems like that's what the Mushroom Kingdom, is that copyrighted? The Mushroom Sanctuary? The Mushroom Kingdom? Yeah.
We don't know yet. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. Mushroom. Seem they want us to kill some shit, so let's kill some shit. With that, I'm going to rage into the water form and get to the most tippy-toppest point of this tree and use it as a diving board and jump once and then twice and then 3 and jump as high as I possibly can, and then dive into the water in frog form, raged water. We're frog mode, we're toad mode.
That being said, you see, as you guys are all talking about, like, yeah, we should probably, analyze and research what this thing could possibly be. You look over off to the side, and you see as Addy Dark takes a leap directly into the pool and splashes down and starts going. Oh, good.
In their defense, I am taking like 3 jumps. Like I'm doing a professional, like Olympic dive. So there's the little jump, then the second jump, and then the massive jump. So there is a moment there in time I want to give the team, if so they feel.
I mean, so choice is yours.
Realistically, Azora is facing Agni, Cora, and Gashir, so she probably realistically would not have seen that.
Yeah, we have a conversation.
Yeah, they're probably like even Hannibal's looking over towards Azora while you guys are speaking.
It's up to Agni, Gore, and Cora.
Opportunities, that's all.
No. Gore,
Agni
Gore,
can do anything with this water? Oh, we shouldn't do that.
Gore seeing the furry one change and do some wild shit bouncing on there. Gore says to himself under his breath, "Why is it always with the water?" And he just pops a crimson right just in case.
You got it.
Wow.
Oh, cowabunga! It is.
All right, so Addy dives into the water, and he does shout at, I would say, like the apex of the jump. "This beast shall be slain, no matter the cost. For the mushroom folk."
That being said, as you begin to splash in, you see as Addy Dark begins to dive into the likes of the water. Within a brief moment in time, you hear the splash and more, but as this begins to happen, you look over for the likes of any sort of creatures, any of the tendrils. So what are you doing, Addy, at this moment in time? You don't see anything at the moment. Oh, good.
For the record, it's an Olympic dive, so the splash is actually quite small.
Fair enough.
For flavoring. Just toss it out there. But I would say he's definitely looking for a place to punch. So the nearest creature-looking thing he's going to attempt to punch. The first thing he sees.
That being said, as this begins to happen, you see as you begin or look over and there seems to be another writhing sort of tendril beginning to form. It doesn't wrap around you, it actually begins to, or you would actually even see as three eyes will begin to look over towards your form, eye you up and down. Are you punching it?
The three. Oh yeah, I'm poking one of those eyes for sure. Punching one of those eyes.
All right, you poke one of the eyes and immediately you watch as, now granted, this is a giant sort of tendril of itself. In fact, the thing seems to be almost bigger than your head. Well, probably almost bigger than your entire torso.
The eye.
Say it again.
You said the eye is bigger than my torso?
The eye, or the basically, the tendril itself is bigger than your entire torso, like the tail end of it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm still gonna punch it in.
All right, you got it. As you begin to punch, you crack directly into the thing, and you watch as the entire tendril begins to almost envelop the likes of your entire arm and begins to pull you forth a little bit towards the likes of the water. You see, or all of you watching in the water or on the ground, you would notice as this is beginning to happen. And with that, give me 1 second, fellas, as you begin to see this. I think it's time. Oh boy, here.
And RP, they said. This will be a chill session. They said.
Well,
Yeah, you already do, bro. Come on now.
Oh boy.
Y'all all had the opportunity to stop that man.
As this begins to happen,
It's always the water.
you begin
water.
to see as something strange begins to occur. You look over and you watch as the massive pool of water, and the water itself is still slowly shifting, and this time rippling and parting itself entirely. As it shifts the final time, you can see a tentacle rise up from the water. On a single tentacle, again, you see in full 3 of these eyes poking out of it, looking at you all wildly for a brief moment in time. Then you see 2 more another tentacle arise, and they seem to be wearing rags amongst them or themselves. The third one seems to almost be pulling the legs of Addy Dark even closer to the center of this area. But you all almost instinctively begin to smell something of putrid proportions. You look over, and on the tendrils there is sewage, there is garbage, there is trash built amongst their form before you see this large gaping maw arrive out of the water, nearly consuming everything in its path. You look forth and you see a massive individual wearing threads and wearing a tiny top hat amongst his form. As you all see, oh boy,
Jesus Christ.
you see this individual. All right, show players. Welcome to the show.
Love it.
Oh boy. That's right, motherfuckers. He's back. That said, you see as this individual begins to emerge, and as they're sort of swirling around the entire area, they sort of toss Addy Dark. Well, not toss him. Actually, they kind of place him off to the side and kind of just let him do his thing. If you want to keep punching him, you by all means you can do it. But what you hear is this. Let me get this out. Oh boy. It's been a while since I had to use this one.
Well. What do we have here? It seems to be I'm in some interesting company. Seems to be that we have some unfortunate adventurers near my waters. Well, ain't that just swell?
And as this begins to happen, you see as they begin to smile for a brief moment, you can see even a sort of golden tooth and this giant gaping maw, teeth within teeth and more. And inside of their mouth, you'd probably see bits of sword, baubles, gear, clothes, and more ripped and torn to shreds. As you look over as they continue and say this.
Well, we ain't get too many visitors down this neck of the woods since the corruption came on about and started running things amok. What brings y'all down here exactly? And what is this little were-toad trying to do over here? That ain't nice.
And at this point, you see as he just pushes kind of Addy Dark a little bit over to the left. And yes, in fact, he did say corruption, and nothing happened.
So what you're saying, you're not a part of the ops.
You look over at as he looks and says,
I'm not entirely sure about the ops that you refer to, but if you're referring to the likes of the corruption and that's your way of calling them Jeff, then I'm by no means in association with what they do.
Well, that is good to hear. Then it seems there's no quarrel between us two. To answer your question, we're simply folks just helping out other folks. Nothing more, nothing less.
I wouldn't say there's no quarrel. What are you doing in this water?
Well, to be completely frank and clear, I'm a salesman at heart, and my heart's mighty big, but my pockets are bigger. I saw you all wandering forth in the lights of this forest, and you're all headed into dangerous territory, my friend. A couple of my kind have been corrupted by the big starry man himself. I think we can maybe help each other out, cause I can't really do much here and leave the likes of this water, but you, wait a second.
and at this point, you see as two of the massive tendrils begin to form slowly closer and closer towards the likes of Azora and Gore. And you see as, again, they're massive in size. They're nearly the size of your torso and up. And you see as four of the eyes begin to look at Gore, and then all of them begin to focus on Azora. And you see as this individual says this.
That mark on your hand, girl. I've seen that one before in an associate of mine's. Exactly did you get that thing?
woke up with it. Your guess is just as good as mine.
I see. Question. Out of curiosity, before I let you go do your thing, have you ever heard of an individual, an oculi of the sorts? Had a similar mark upon her hand just like yours. A name, Rayla, of the Bonefeather tribe. Or at least what she's referring to herself as Spike, if you will. Ever ring a bell?
Now, technically, I don't know. So I can't remember if there was ever a time when Spike spoke to us, when Ingot was. Well, Ingot wasn't talking, so everybody else was talking for Ingot. So I can't remember if we would have seen if we would have seen her or not. No. Okay.
The Ascent they were able to talk to every group except Valleys, if I remember right.
Okay. So yeah, she was saying, "This is not a name I've heard of. But before you go, you say you're a salesman of sorts, and you have individuals who are, well, let's just say you can't really help them here. Perhaps we could, and if so, perhaps we could strike a deal."
Well, now you're talking my language. If it's a deal you want, it's a deal you can get. That being said... Oh, actually, my apologies. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. I'm what most would call an autoyog or a collector of crap. A taskmaster of trash, even. A card dealer and packed stealer. I'm a player in the game itself, my friend. I am the Sewer King. And that is the name you can refer to me as. But I do not have a name of yours.
My name is Azora Lunista. These your comrades who are, I'm guessing, trapped in that astral light or affected by it. If they're nearby, we can assist, but we will require some assistance of our own in the future.
Persuasion check, Azora, with advantage. On what? Well, actually, what are you trying to get at? That's more so a better idea.
She wants assistance for later if or when we go after the clan here.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I was about to say the Yakuzas.
Let's do it. Go something out if you heard that. I mean,
this is no one's whispering. This is a big ass monster right over here. So yeah,
Goro would have been like, "We have gods to crush. If you want help, show us why."
It's not the first time I heard someone trying to kill a god.
God doesn't try. He's already looking for another.
That being said, I remember. But, as I said, I think we can maybe work something out, but I need you to do something for me. Now, in this forest here, down the wing, a couple of my kind reside there, but they're long lost to the corruption, my friend. However, it can still be of use, even in death. They have these eyes, if you will. Eyes of another god that I won't get into details about. Now, whenever they perish, whenever they're slain, these eyes can still be of use, but they need to be harvested of the sorts. I'll tell you what, Azora of the Lunista Oculi clan, You get me as many of those eyes as you possibly can. I'll let you get a couple of things free from the likes of my establishment. My good old shop. From swords, armors, weapons, more, you name it, I can provide.
These former allies of yours, what do they look like? And how does one go about harvesting? In the past, once slain, they seem to instantly shatter.
That may be true. However, when they got the blessing of a god beside them, the processes of being dissolved by the corruption takes a little bit longer. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna have all day, it's gonna be only seconds. But to even harvest such a thing, but a simple blade could suffice.
And how do we know your former companions versus a regular creature affected by the ops?
All my companions, all my kind, they all have the blessing of our god. So when you see any of them corrupted, but also similar looking like me, probably not as well dressed, then by all means, slay them, take their eyes, and give them back to me.
She nods and she looks at Gore and says, although you're right, we do have other things to worry about. To get, and she looks back at the Sewer King, they look back at the Gore, to at least get a bit of edge over the threat that we face in the future is better than nothing.
Anything that will get Gore's god crushed. Quick one. We have work to do, and if this will help, so be it. And Gore's like, Gore would say, Gore's god only blesses him with situations like that. If he's going to make me more powerful, then it must be the right thing to do.
So she looks back at the like Cora, Agni. She looks to the left to kind of see their thoughts on it.
Zaman will say, if you are a god, do you know of this impeding war with the Akeyama and the Sukeyama? I probably said those names wrong, but
I don't know if he's a god because he said they're blessed by a god.
Whoa. I'm not a god myself. Not that powerful. More of a patron, if you will. But I cannot lie. We do worship a god and get our power from him. That may be true. This Akuyama and Teniyama thing. That, however, besides the likes of devils and angels and stuff like that, the devilish side I can maybe help you out with. Not necessarily the more divine nature.
And you see, as he begins to say that, he looks directly at you, Agni.
Okay. So, what you're saying is, if we were to get involved in this war, you've already picked your side.
You'll see as he'll begin to nod.
Good to know. Allies are rare to come by. I do have one question for you as well. Sensei, about how far have we traveled?
How far have you traveled? Are you asking like mile wise, or what do you mean?
I'm just saying, like,
Or-
how long have we been traveling until we got here? Just because he was going to reference it in the question.
From the village to here?
Yes.
Oh, it's not that far. It was literally like, I mean, granted, you guys are only a hop and a skip away from the village. Probably like
Okay.
maybe 5 to 10 minutes, honestly.
Question: You are sewer king. Filth, trash seems to be your domain of some sort. Seems to be affecting plant life and growth. If we were to help you, would that increase your power and in turn infect the wildlife?
You see, though trash is my specialty, I wanna keep the realm as clean as anybody else. But the thing is, when monsters go amok, when adventurers don't necessarily pick up after themselves, leaving their bodies and all the things that they've killed about, I'm the man that has to clean them up. It's not a good job, but it's a job that I enjoy nonetheless. Someone's gotta do it.
It sounds like honest work.
Honest indeed.
Sewer King, how will we find you when we've gotten these eyes?
Simply just call my name, invoke it, and I'll be here. In fact, any sort of water source that you see, either be in the sewers itself or in a small pond, as long as it can have water, I can be invoked.
Go ahead.
Random gore logic. Gore
Yeah.
would think, is he the reason why all water be acting funny? Just gore logic would be that way. And gore would be like, have you been following us, Sewer One? Are you the reason why the waters tried to be?
That I would not be able to say. Now, granted, I've maybe seen you occasionally, but I've never sort of looked at you all for more than a couple of seconds, see? The thing is, my power takes me far and wide, from the likes of Tahiri to even the realms of Voden. Where there's water, I can be there. Now this one, I can't lie, it is strange, my friend. But that's the way it be sometimes.
Before
Gore
you
would look.
go ahead.
And Gore would look. Know this, Sewer One. You will owe Gore soon. He will pay his debt. He has work to do.
Before go ahead.
Nope, that's you.
Before you go, I do have a question. How let's say someone was to invoke your name for your services. What is the currency you accept?
Gold is the common currency that I use. But if you don't have gold, I can always take a trade in any items or things that you don't want. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I have a couple of adventurers' sort of gear from long ago that I'd be willing to part with for a price.
Gore just kind of throws that second short sword he had gotten a while back.
You just chuck it at him.
Yeah.
You'll see as one of the tendrils just immediately catches it, and you'll see as he literally puts it inside of his mouth. As this begins to happen, a short sword. Give me 2 seconds. Is it a magical short sword or just a normal one?
It was a normal short sword, and I think I gave that long sword away, that special blessed one, so just he'll throw that.
Gotcha. You'll see as you toss him the short sword, he'll just toss you 5 gold pieces right then and there.
I'll do.
Well,
Noted.
it is a deal. We'll continue on our journey, and if we see anything that resembles you but affected by the ops, we'll get your eyes.
Before heading out, before we go, we do have some currency if you guys wanted to spend it. I noticed in at least my pockets, must be from previous times together.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
If you guys want to spend it, now might be a good time before we deal with whatever's up ahead.
What wares do you sewer one?
You can look at my wares now, but I'll tell you one thing, my turtle friend. You get those eyes to me, you get a significant amount. I'm talking about 6 of them. I'll even give you a little bit of a discount to anything that you buy from me. Choice is yours now or later.
Yo, the price sounds right.
I'm currently saving mine for something else, but feel free. You guys have gold. Spend it now.
Alright, let me go pull up his item shop. Alright, I'm gonna have to drop this in the in-game content chat. You guys are gonna look for it. This one is from, I think, a year or 2 ago for his store. It's definitely updated, so I actually need to run another thing to update it with all the things the players sold to him. Give me 1 second. This is the Sewer King's makeshift shop at the moment. He has a bunch of random sort of knickknacks. And they are very, very, very cheap. I'll tell you that much. Well, actually, hold on, wait. Is this the... Oh, that's right. This is the, they're not entirely accurate, as this is with the discount page. Or this is with the discount if you were to wait until after he, you give him the eyes and all that. Without the discount, it'd be just a couple more gold, than this.
Yeah, she will say, perhaps it is best if we spend gold here, that we just wait to get the discount, so our money can stretch much farther. Do you know where any of your former allies are here in these woods? Do you know if they're where we're going?
I don't remember if the place we're going has a name or anything.
Nah, it's just literally further down in the mushroom, sort of mushroom kingdom, not copyrighted.
Yeah, she'll just ask if like are there any of them like around like locally?
He'll see, for the sake of brevity, he'll point towards roughly this direction over here, which is pretty much the direction you're heading anyways. But again, for the sake of brevity, he means like if you find any of Toyugs or whatever, like himself, that are corrupted, you can always just give him a couple of eyes and he'll be fine. Like just any you find in your travels, you know.
All right, copy. All right.
So she'll nod. She'll say, "It's a deal," and she'll say, "We spent enough time here, party. Let's move our rampas."
That being said, you'll see as.
Oh, and can you toss Addy Dog back? Oh, he's out of the water. Never mind.
Yeah, he's been out of the water. He's sort of pushing off to the side. You will see as he will extend a massive tendril towards you, Azora.
For the record, I think Gore would immediately toss that 5 back and less because he feel like his God just blessed him.
Easy enough. He'll take it and he will not say a word. But he will extend one single hand, and it is fucking disgusting, Zora. And he asks you to basically shake it to make the deal solid or official.
Yeah, she shakes it with.
It smells absolutely awful, and you can see as the sort of slime basically built up amongst it just sort of courses your hand. It is a terrible, terrible time, but regardless, a deal is made, and you'll see as the Sewer King will look over towards you all, tip their little top hat, and begin to slowly start writhing back into the sea. until his name is evoked again in the Auroraverse. All
She
right.
goes to wash her hands over here.
Yeah, fair enough. That shit's awful. That being said, there you go. All right. So, do you guys head over to the rest of the force, or do you guys do anything else here?
On the way, Zaman will say, Azora, you make interesting allies.
Not an ally of mine, Zaman. But apparently, I'm not quite sure what him and Agni was getting on about, but perhaps he will be an ally after all. We, however, just need more power in the coming days. If he can grant that for a couple of eyes of creatures we would slay anyways, why not?
I think it is a fair thing, but we do need to make sure who we trust and who we don't.
Zaman will say, power is power. You don't have to trust somebody to use them.
I guess you're not completely wrong. Fair enough. Let's just get to move on. That being said, as you all begin to continue forward, oh boy, this map is something else. Panda fucking killed it with this shit. That's all I'm gonna say. As you guys begin to continue forth and your journey throughout the Lex of the Force, Gashir leading you in all, you find a mass. I'm talking a wave, even, of trash, sewage, debris, and absolute destruction. You look over as there is an absolute mound of this sort of, almost just terribleness, and you see on top of the mound, you find 3 massive sort of beasts with tendrils aplenty, picking up and consuming the waste, the garbage abundant. You all begin to see this shit. Oh my god. This, off to the side, trash everywhere. You almost immediately begin to plug your nose from the putrid and foul smell, as it seems to be that they're just eating anything and everything in their sight. They haven't noticed you yet, but if there's anything you'd like to do, then now's the time. But they are basically just gathering anything and everything in this area and just consuming it, whether it be a corpse or whatever.
These creatures seem quite formidable.
Gore kind of laughs to be like, it seems we're to be blessed sooner than Gore thought. We have work to do.
But we should prepare ourselves.
This is out of character.
I think one of us is raging and one of us already rolled them die, boy, to get that whatchamacallit going.
What'd you say, Agni?
Do they look like corrupted? Or like, do they have like any form of like starlight on them that we could see from this distance?
Yeah, so the tokens won't be able to do that because I can't find like, a corrupted Otoyug. But yes, these individuals definitely have astral lights of blue, green, and purple.
Okay.
Zaman would say, I think Addy and Azora should go for the big one while we handle the smaller big ones.
That being said,
That was a great chance to say, I'll take the ugly one.
go ahead with someone trying to say something.
Gashir, we sort of introduced ourselves to you. What are you good at? As it seems like conflict is approaching.
Make everybody, or Agni, make an insight check on Gashir real quick. 13. You look over at him and you sense that he kind of like zoned out for a second as he's just staring at these beasts. As you begin to start talking to him, he's almost shaken out of it, like, oh, sorry, I am a martial sort of warrior. I focus on the likes of, well, poisoning blades and more and striking them. I also can, holy crap, that thing is humongous.
You should steel your resolve. I don't know if poison will be the most effective from the looks of those things.
Yeah. But I am a very, very capable warrior. Just be assured I am very capable. But I need certain times to sort of, how you say, be able to prepare to do a killing blow. Afterwards, with the likes of this blade, anything can fall to it with enough preparation. I prefer to be in the front line to make the strike, but hanging out back is suitable sometimes to prepare.
If you're uncomfortable being up front, then you may be a liability. We should put it only skilled swordsmen and warriors.
Oh, no. You do not have to be worried. I am assured a skilled fighter. There's no issues. Trust me.
Can I do an insight set to see how confident he really sounds?
Alright, make an insight check.
Yeah, he sounded spook.
He got real spooky out here. Second.
16. I mean, Agni, if you want to make another insight check, I mean, you can. Or anybody else for that fact, if you wanted to. Boy. 16, 12, all that stuff. Alright, with that, you would see as, well, Agni, yeah, this individual, they're listening to you, but whether they're actually acting on stealing their resolve is to be seen. Zaman, you look over towards this individual, and they are definitely frightened of the swords. You see as they begin to just sort of almost get lost, as you're sort of speaking to them. Also, Adidark, don't, are you moving actually where you are? That man stop real quick. We can hear you now.
Yeah, so when, like right when we entered, I think like even before you guys started talking to Mushroom Kid over there, Eddie Dark would have shook the excess sewage water off of him and then started climbing over into the trees to the top there and started making his way.
Make a stealth check as you start rushing or sort of heading over to the side, trying to climb up into the likes of a tree. But going back to what I was saying, Zaman, when you're 16, they definitely seem to be almost getting lost in the likes of the sort of tendrils of the monster and almost a bit fearful and a little less confident, but they're trying to playing it off at the moment, or trying to and failing a little bit.
You'll see Zaman would say, you stay with Trog, and then once you have the resolve and feel confident, go ahead and attack.
Do not patronize me. I am fine. I am fine. You're fine. Trust me.
So we'll say, well, let the man have his word. I think we should really get to making work of these three. There might be more, so the quicker we thin their numbers, the better.
Agreed. And you see Zaman preparing to, he's gonna hold an action and hold to cast a mineral glow once he's in range.
You got it.
Keep in mind, this area is filthy. It seems like this is going to be their home turf. Keep your eyes out for anything that could be thrown at you.
Perhaps it is best, maybe, then we get them to come towards us.
Well, real quick, as you guys are getting ready to start moving, all y'all make stealth checks for me. I'll make them for the NPCs as well. Go ahead, Gore.
Quick question. I think Gore would recklessly bust off the bless on whoever was closest to him.
Alrighty.
There's what, 3 people?
Wait, say it again.
I have never cast bless in my life.
Bless is 3 people of your choice within 30 feet.
Yeah, just like you could roll die on y'all too, but it would definitely probably be Azura and himself, and then yeah, it was probably Agnew was probably the closest at the time.
Oh no. That being said, between the likes of a couple of individuals, you would see as you begin to hide a little bit, but you look over off to the
Some of
side.
us are carrying better than others.
Azora was not trying to hide, so I didn't even roll.
You see as Addy Dark is sort of climbing up the likes of a tree, you'll see as a couple of, or a branch will begin to fall for a brief moment, and it's a very, very small one. It crashes into the likes of this crate over here. You'll see as one of the creatures begins to look over off to the side. As this begins to happen, you'll see as you all are sort of rushing past. Gashir is being a little bit of a bigger individual. He's 8 feet tall, a big mushroom boy, but he kind of nearly stumbles for a little bit and sort of steps onto the likes of a little bit of debris and nearly knocks into the likes of Hannibal before Hannibal almost instinctively growls at him. But that being said, Hannibal, kind of like on the same wavelength as Zora, not necessarily used to stealthing, not necessarily a fan of stealthing, as he begins to look or eye the likes of Gashir down and begins to continue walking forward. But at this point in time, you do see as one of the Oitoriugs begin to start walking over towards your position, and a couple of the other ones are still eating trash, but they're looking towards this guy. What are you all doing?
Azora is taking out her blade and she's saying, "Kawa Bunga."
Yeah, as soon as they're in range, Zaman's gonna pop that mineral glow.
Gore would have tried to been sticking the trees, thinking himself to be stealthy.
That being
Like
said,
I said, yeah.
if you roll a little bit all higher on stealth, maybe you could have got a surprise round in. But Cowabunga it is. I need each and every single one of you to roll for initiative as your souls are shackled and the time for battle is now. Here we go. Oh.
Hey, Keith, my player sheet is on level 3.
That's on level 3. I got you. I'm import that again, and it should update in a second.
Ooh, ugly balls.
Those look like beholders.
Oh, I look. Oh, that's weird.
Yo,
Wow. Zaman was ready, bro.
Oh man, here we go.
Older pictures, man.
Oh yeah, it just has a little default thingy.
Rolling differently for the new season.
Here we go. That said, all right, everybody's roll for initiative. Let's get the NPCs going out of the way. All right.
Forgot, where's the initiative roll at again?
Oh, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see like a little red dice icon. You can just click that.
I always go to the 2 swords.
Yeah, you can also do that. Go to the top right, go to the 2 swords, hit that. And then you'll see it. Let me know if you need a better description or you still need
You'll see the dice near your name if you hit the 2 swords on the top right.
Still waiting for initiative for Addy and Cora. What do you got here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking for it.
Actually, if can you help him out for a second? I am adjusting initiative with the new initiative rules.
Yep. So yeah, Cora, if you see, you see the swords on the top right of Foundry, like, it's the first is the bubble roll where we're rolling our dice. Is like
Right.
the chat to the right of that bubble is like there's 2 swords.
Right.
Now you see your name.
When
When you click it, you see your name. It's all the way at the bottom, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how you see dice to the right.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we're good to go, mine.
I may have rolled twice by accident because my shit's just loading up now. It's getting a little wonky as always in combat.
Yeah, got you. Hopefully we won't have too many issues because I know Foundry likes to break whenever combat's rolled. I'm looking for your initiative. I see not one, but you had something else beforehand. Give me 1 second. No, that was a stealth check. Oh yeah, okay. So rolled a 2 and a 16. So I got to take the first one. I don't see another one past that, so we gotta keep it how it is and gotta keep the nat one.
Yeah, first one's fine. Yeah,
All right.
that's cool.
Okey-dokey. So, that being said, here's how it goes. Everybody's initiative is set. First up is Zaman, then Azora, then Gashir. Afterwards, the Neo Otoyug. Then after that's Korra and Hannibal, then Gore. Then the second Otoyug. And then after that's Agni, Addydark, and the last Otoyug goes, well, last. Alright, that being said, as your souls are shackled, let me put some combat music on and let's get to hitting. Alrighty, as soon as this wants to play. Don't know why it's acting up. There we go. Oh god, okay, it's tried to load up all of them at the same time. Alright, I think we're good now. Let's try one more time. There we go. Alright, that being said, top of the round, receiving initiative, we start off with Zaman. You are holding off a spell. If you would actually want to cast that now is your chance. Go for it.
Yep. Go ahead and do that.
Alright, and also, what is Mineral Glow, if you would? Because I know you changed the name of the spells, but I don't know which one they are.
Yeah, it's
off the top
Fairy
of my head.
Fire.
Fairy Fire, gotcha. If you actually want to describe what this looks like as you begin to conjure and cast the spell towards the individuals.
So you see Zaman's eyes start to glow, and then mineral starts to swirl around these two individuals as it begins to illuminate them.
Heck yeah. Alright, dexterity saving throw from this individual. He will make that. That is an 8, I believe, total. He will, in fact, fail. Second one from the big guy. We'll see if he is able to be as unfortunate. Dexterity saving throw. That is a 3. He will fail, and he will be they will both be affected as they begin to glow with the likes of the minerals that cling on towards them. But that is your action. Anything else?
So I know we were changing intuition checks. How do we want to do it for this?
Nah, intuition checks aren't really necessary here. You guys are good.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's the end of his turn. He's going to position himself over here. In his turn.
Alright, that's it. You rush over off to the side and begin to hide behind the likes of this corrupted tree, and you gather cover. Azora, you receive initiative. Gashir is next, but Azora, what would you like to do?
Yep. So she is going to rush right over. So as advantage on him.
Yep.
Keep in mind, you would be walking through the likes of a tree if you went this way.
Oh, what about this way? What about this way?
Yeah, you can kind of go in between the tree and all that stuff and keep going.
All right. So yeah, she pulls up on him, and she is going to get into her step of the wind mode, and get some swings out.
All right. That being said, make some attack rolls. Also, if you guys forgot, you can right-click on your tokens and then press the 2 swords in the top left to open up the little combat UI and all that good stuff. It's optional, you don't have to, but it's just a cool little thing. But let's see what you got, Azora. 21 and 18 to hit, or 18 points of damage. With one single slice, you begin to nearly cut this or cut one of the tendrils off.
Yep. Never mind. Continue.
That being said, you got anything else on your or on your turn or anything of the sorts?
She sure don't. So yeah, she'll say, go for the tendrils as to the rest of the team, and that is her turn.
All right, that said, Azor, you begin to rush forward, and as this is happening, Gashir will receive initiative, and what he is going to do is, as he begins to walk forth, he is going to you'll see as he begins to start walking up, he'll get into a little bit of the fight, and he will just begin to start conjuring the likes of a spell. You'll see as his eye begins to glow this sort of noxious green, and you'll see as mushrooms begin to form across the likes of his chest, his shoulder, and legs as he's going to cast Armor of Agathis on himself. All right, now you guys will show or see the wrath of the noxious blade. And that is his action. Can't do anything as a bonus action. That is his turn. All right. Neo Atoyog, this individual will receive initiative. This behemoth. All right, he's got this amount of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Uh-oh. You'll see Azora as this individual begins to stomp across the legs of the ground, moving the entire bits of trash in waves before reaching out towards you, and they are gonna make some attack rolls. Oh boy, yeah, you are the closest one in sight, so what they will do, they will make 3 attack rolls going towards you. There's gonna be, first one is gonna be a bite attack, or actually, we'll do the 2 tentacle attacks and then the 3rd bite attack afterwards. All right, first one's a tentacle, 19 to hit and 6 points of damage. Second one will, the first one will try to almost grab you and begin to start strangling you, while the second one will try to hit. 14, however, will completely miss you, and the third one with a bite attack. And that is a 26 to hit and 13 points of damage. I need you. Wait, hold on, actually, 1 second.
You already rolled the con.
Okay, that's another thing then. I got it. And then I need you to do one other thing for me. Nah, you're good to go, actually. So you see as it begins to grab you and begins to nearly just start almost biting and tearing into you, nearly consuming you, you almost get tossed off to the side before you realize, or you see as the creature begins to look, and you think, or they think for a second, and they're gonna keep you exactly where they want you as you are grappled at this moment in time. That said, that is the Otoyok's turn. Korra, you receive initiative.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna run up on and get to. Oh, that's too far. Right here. First I'm gonna. As a bonus action, I'm gonna do my where is it? Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon, you got it. That being said, as you do so, where are you casting it at? If you can just ping it somewhere.
Vanished it. Oh, I gotta zoom out.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna cast it like right here.
Right there, you got it. This and yours is a hammer, correct?
Right.
Alright, you got it. As you begin to summon the spiritual hammer of Iroas forth, you see as it begins to glow and shine with a divine light. And I'm assuming you put it in an area where you could hit him. Make a attack roll with the spell. Oh, natural 20 coming in hot. That being said, with a 25 to hit, you deal 8 points of force damage as it cracks directly onto one of the tendrils, nearly destroying them for a brief moment in time, keeping the eyes intact. However, that said, that is your bonus action. You do still have a whole action. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, and then for my action, I'm going to do Toll of the Dead.
Okay, alright. Cast the spell towards them as you try to toll for death. Wisdom saving throw. As they begin to hear the sort of gong begin to rupture across their head, they will fail with a natural 1 on their wisdom saving throw, dealing 5 points of damage. Actually, wait, hold on. It should be
it should be 12. A 1d12.
Yeah, roll a d12, not a d8. You gotta do it manually for Toll the Dead.
Okay. 8, 10, 12.
Nah, it's 5 points of damage anyways. Alright, that being said, with the spiritual weapon striking, the Toll of the Dead hitting, is there anything else you want to do on your turn, or is that all?
That's all my turn.
Alrighty. That said, next up in initiative, we have the likes of Hannibal. After that is Gore of the Meadows. You'll see as Hannibal will begin to look over towards the individuals. Life of the melee. He will not be able to reach them this turn, but let's see how far he can get. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, he might be able to. 5 and 30. You'll see as he begins to join the likes of Azora, just barely making it or towards off to the side. As he sprints with speed, you'll see as he begins to unleash the likes of the blade, and you'll crackle with the likes of lightning as he strikes into this person here. Alright. That says he's gonna make an attack roll. Does he have a blood curse he wants to use?
I was gonna say he has advantage.
Oh, well, yeah, he has advantage, actually, so he doesn't even need to do anything. All right, that said, attack action. He will strike. Long sword. That is a 26 to hit and 12 points of damage for the first strike. Second one, he will do another 24 to hit and 12 more points of damage. On top of that, from activating the Crimson Right, he will do an extra 2d8 of lightning damage for an extra 4. You'll see as it begins to crackle. He's been unchained at this point. He's not nerfed anymore. You'll see as this isn't 2 strikes either. This is just one sort of flick of the blade, and he nearly just siphons off one of the entire tendrils and begins to siphon a bit of the blood as it sticks to the blade and begins to turn to electricity. That said, that is his turn. Gore, what would you like to do as you receive initiative?
Right. Gore already has the Crimson Right.
Yep. Yeah, you never dropped it, so you got it.
All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and move. Okay. Now I can't move. What in God's name is going on today?
Oh. You got the right thing selected. Go to the top right. Or top left, excuse me. Make sure you got the player icon and yeah.
Oh, there we go. Got you. My bad.
No, you're good.
So he comes over here. And Azura's still held, right?
Yeah, she is grappled at the moment.
Then Gore's gonna run over and attack this thing right here.
All right, sure thing. Make your attack roll. As you do, you rush over, flying through the side and through the trees. Make your strike.
Okay, got you. Cool. And
20 to hit. Oh, you do have advantage just in case for crit.
Okay, just in case.
19. All right, we'll take the normal 20 then. That being said, I'll roll for the Crimson Right.
Oh yeah. Oh damn, I hit the wrong thing. But I got you. Crimson Right here.
D-Force. Yeah. Upgrades next level.
2d4. Yep.
3 points of damage. It all adds up. As you immediately just sort of fly off to the side, describe how you strike this individual.
Gore just feeling himself come, and he slashes. Put the quick one down. We need those eyes of yours.
It responds. It is unfazed and barely understands you. But
and Gore does that, and then using mobile, he slides back.
You got it. Yeah, I think you got a little bit of movement left. Yep, you're good to go. That said, second of Toyok's turn, the one over off to the side. Now, badly injured, you do see as it still has a little bit of ice to it, but oh boy, it is not liking where it is right now. It is here to stay from what it seems. So, instead, let me just see the range on this. Yeah, I thought so. It is going to attack the likes of... Oh boy. I'm gonna roll a D2, seeing whether it hits Azora or Hannibal. 1D2. 1, that is gonna be Azora again. It will attack Korra once with one tentacle, as you see as it begins to lash over towards you and bring you closer into the fight. And immediately a second one begins to try to wrap around Azora, almost strangling her to death with its brother. First one's towards Korra. It's gonna be a tentacle attack. Oh, it's gonna make 3 attacks. Actually, it's just gonna do 1 to each and every single one of you. All right, first one's towards Korra, which will miss with a 9. Second one's gonna be towards Hannibal, which will miss with a 9. And
brother.
It's looking a little rough, but hold on, you're not out of the woods yet. Bite attack going towards Azora. 11, it misses as well. You see
her just hold her teeth up to block, her sword up to block the teeth.
You see as you nearly just watch as this individual bites down onto your head, nearly ripping it off. But that's all it's got, so that's all it will do. Next up in initiative, we have Agni, then Addy Dark. What you got for us, Agni? Oh, it did. Hold on. 1 second. Is Trog's not added to the initiative for some reason?
I was gonna say he's not in the initiative.
All right, he's gonna go after Addy Dark.
You know how we feel about Trog.
I don't know how he didn't.
Bruh, you and me both know Trog don't belong no battles, bro.
There be no mile without Trog.
He got that 24 stealth roll, so you know that's why. He's ready to pop out.
We gonna see, but go ahead, Agni.
I'm trying to figure out How do I? Okay.
I mean, shit, unless you want Trog to go right now, he'll fucking do it. He'll pop this guy right here.
This tree that's here, that's like just in the way. You can't just walk through it, right?
Nah, you can't walk through, but there's a space in between both of these trees that you could.
Okay. Jeez, my connection is trash right now. He wants to go here, and you're going to see some fire kind of ignite in his hand, and he's going to shape it into a ball, and kind of throw it right between the two guys as he is going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Flaming Sphere, let's go.
Right on top of them.
That said, ooh, we got another one for that. Flaming Sphere, as this begins to form and more, you look over as it begins to crash into the, or almost expand outwards to the likes of both of them. Is that where you want it, or you can ping it exactly where you would want it to be?
I want it to be just like on top. I think this is, I don't think I can move it. I wanted it, I think, 2 more to the right, because I think that would touch both of them and not be on my allies.
Yep, that's fine.
So right there, yes.
All right, that said, as it begins to form and more, oh, I don't know what happened to this, but that is your action as it begins to burn. Do they need to make a Dexterity saving throw now or later?
I believe they have to make it now. Oh, so many new menus. I did not want the new combat UI to pop up, and it did.
All right, I got you. That said, they'll make some Dexterity saving throws. I believe they have the same modifier, so we're good to go. That'll be a natural 18 for the first one. That's for the big guy. Top one will go. This is gonna be a 10 flat for the top one.
Yeah, DC's 14.
DC's 14, so he will fail.
I'm using my bonus action to kind of slam it into them, so they have to make the save. And then if they end their turn there, they take the damage again.
Gotcha, gotcha. So they will take a bit of damage. So roll 2d6 for me. 3 points of fire damage, so he will take the full 3. And he will take 1 point of fire damage as it begins to singe him. This one is looking badly injured and more, but the bits of the trash actually, or the burning bits of the trash around due to the flaming sphere makes it stink to all hell. But regardless, it is doing damage. Is that your turn, Agni, or you got anything else?
I'm just going to move a little bit up, but that's my turn.
Alrighty. Next up in initiative, we have Addy Dark, then we have Trog. What you got for us, Addy?
I'm gonna rage to wear toad form, and then just move 30 feet forward, and then dodge, because that's all I can do.
Alrighty, that said, move your token if you wish, or you can keep it where you want. That said, as you begin to immediately enter...
Actually, instead of dodge, can I just like pick up a piece of junk and throw it at this dude? Yeah, let's do that. Got a piece of pick up some junk and toss it at the dude to the right.
Sure. I mean, this thing has a little free action. You toss the bit of junk to the right and sort of toss it towards him. Immediately, it's sort of caught and just lands directly into the likes of their mouth as they begin to consume it. Now you have their attention at this point.
Do I still get the dodge action, or do you want to use?
Yeah, you still have the dodge action. You're good. Okay. All right. That said, Addy Dark, if that's your turn, it is Trog's turn. Okay. You will see as... Oh, does he have that thing? He does not. He just went with the one ability score improvement. You'll see as he begins to sort of hide in the likes of the shadows and more. You see as he begins to pull back the likes of the short bow. And he will aim and mark this individual for death. He will make a short bow attack with advantage. Alright, that is a 13. Trog is back at it again, baby. Oh, man.
Try to help him, bro.
Man, oh, man. That said... Go ahead.
I truly don't think this man has hit more than 2 times since we found him.
Bro, does anybody else think Trog's token looks like a chicken, bro? I just think he's food, bro.
This man cannot do it.
That'll be food stock when we get back to camp.
Hey man, he said, hey yo, he can't handle the pressure, bro. He can't handle the pressure. Good lord.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed he's got Folk as his last name, bro. He got that Folk at the end of him. I'm disgraced to Folk, bro.
Oh man. That's it. That is his action to fire. He doesn't have anything as a bonus action that he can do. Actually, no, he does. Where's the feature? Bonus action. Can he get in range? I don't think so, but let me see this real quick. Nah, he doesn't. He will just maneuver, or he will use his reaction to just sort of move over off to the side, and that is his turn.
Zora just sees an arrow fly over her head past the monsters.
Yeah, pretty much.
She already knows where it came from.
It just sort of lobs for a bit. All right, that said, now it's the Atoyo's turn. Now this individual is going to start walking and lumbering over to the likes of Addy Dark, and you gave it food. And now it wants more. In fact, it wants it so much to the point where it believes you are food, and it's going to make some attack rolls towards you. All right, it's going to make 3. It's going to be, first is a Tentacle Attack. That will be a 23 to hit and 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
It has disadvantage.
Oh yes, that is right. Thank you. I'll roll one more time. Nah, the second one was a natural 20, so we're gonna take that away. All right.
Bro,
Also, it's half damage because he's raging.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Let me make sure that it does. Yeah.
It said 6 on him.
I think. Do you have temp HP? Yeah, I think he did. It should be 6 points of damage. Nah, it didn't give him the half damage. Okay, that's weird. Good looking. Thank you. All right, he's gonna make another tentacle attack towards you. That's gonna be with disadvantage. 22 to hit, still 6 points of damage. That being said, you see as the tentacles begin to grab you and they start almost pulling you in, or pulling you in half. At this point, he is now going to bite and try to rip your head off. Disadvantage. 18, my God. With 18, that will be 12 points of piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Addy, you're muted. That being said, I'll give him like the 10 seconds. If they're not there, we'll come back to him. I'll have him make the con save in a minute. There they are, 23. All right, they're good to go, and they're able to resist the poison past that. That said, as this is beginning to happen, you will see as this individual will then begin to start almost dragging the likes of Addy Dark off to the side with them as they are grappled. But that is their turn.
You cannot grapple me.
Oh, yeah, that's right, in the water form. Okay. That said, you go nowhere. Never mind, you are not grappled by the tentacles.
You try to grapple me, it's kind of like a wet bar of soap. It just slips out of your hand.
Oh, man.
I love when people know their character and what they can do. I respect it, man.
That is that is good. That is good.
Bro,
That being
the
said,
minute I saw Azura get grappled, I'm like, yep, I know what I'm doing.
Bro, Zora got him right where she wants him.
well, at this point in time, at the end of the round, you guys all begin to see and feel or watch as the toxins begin to pour in and the smell begins to get to you. I need everybody except Agni, Zaman, and Korra to make some Constitution saving throws. Agni, you don't got to make it because you literally have a muscle over you.
Yeah, I can also literally hold my breath for an hour.
Yeah, you're good.
For the record, remember Gore did put that shit.
So I will say.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you
Zora
advantage.
wrapped her cape around her face.
You did say that. I'll give you advantage as well. That is
And you
fair.
said, what's the answer?
Gotta ask the questions.
To ask the questions.
Con save for all of y'all. Oh boy. 'cause
Wait,
you-
I bless.
Yep. And you don't want to fail this one, I'll tell you that much. Where the hell?
Oh my God.
I can't find where to make a cons. Oh, I'm stupid. It's literally right in front of my face. All right, Trog will succeed. Gashir is immune.
Yeah, y'all be talking shit about Trog. Look at him now.
God damn.
Trog said, "Listen, what?
Boy.
He make the rolls when it count.
That's
There's
right.
no good out here."
Oh no, not
They're
Hannibal.
breathing deep.
Oh god.
Wow. We'll roll
Unlike
2
y'all.
5s at advantage, bro. Roll 2 5s at advantage for a Constitution saving throw. What +2? And
All right. Well,
I can teach you how to
You're
put
like-
one of these muzzles on if you want.
Well, real quick, so that is going to be, okay, so we'll go down the list. So Trog succeeds, Gore, what'd you get?
2 5s, bro.
2 5s, oh yeah, that is a fail. You are poisoned until the end of the round. Or this next round coming up.
Ooh.
Cora, Cora, you're fine. Hannibal, fail, he will be poisoned. Azora, what did you get?
14.
14, you are fine. Next up, Addy Dark, what did you get for your con save?
I passed. I think I got 19, maybe? I think it's 19.
Yeah, 19 it says.
19, yeah, you're good to go.
For future throws, since I was bathing in this sludge, can I get advantage next go around?
I don't know about that one, but
I was bathing in that shit.
We're gonna see.
You gotta ask the questions.
Gotta ask the questions. But Zaman, you do receive initiative. As Zora, you are next. What you got for us, Zaman?
Copy. You see Zaman looks at the little one closest to him, and he's gonna throw a javelin straight at his face.
All right, you got it. Make your attack roll as you throw the javelin towards him, trying to pierce the legs of them all. $19 to hit, 8 points of piercing damage. That'll nearly bring him down. As it strikes into him, you see as this sort of lodged into the legs of their maw, and they're not able to almost sort of take it out for a brief moment. You see as one of the 3 tendrils begins to rip it off and throw it down to the ground, and just is enraged at the moment. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, after he see Zora take them hits, he's gonna use his bonus action to toss a healing word her way.
You got it.
She got him right where she wants him.
Oh, hey, you get 5 points of HP to make sure you got him.
And he tells her, "You got this, Zora."
All right.
It ends his turn.
Yeah, your accent just disappeared, but okay.
That's
By immersion.
Zaman, are you staying where you are, or are you good?
Yeah, let me, he's gonna move, right here. And he's gonna end his turn.
All right, Azora's turn. You are going up. After that is Gashir, then the Neo Atoya. What you got for us, Azora?
So yeah, she's getting the slicing again. Now is laceration, is that like a free action you do with your attacks?
Oh shoot, that is one thing that I did not fucking do. I did not add the laceration abilities to each and every your character sheets and all the special things. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me go pull up the notes. That is my bad. My
I just
fault.
can't remember if it was like was it a bonus action or does it just it's like
if I remember right, it just happens. It's just an ability that you can use.
Okay, so yeah, she wants to apply a stack of bleed. Okay, all right, so yeah, she's going to attack him with the frost sword again.
All right.
And she's gonna apply a stack of bleed on him, and then she is going to action surge.
Hell yeah, make another attack.
And apply another stack of bleed on him.
Hell yeah, rack those stacks up.
So as he's pulling her close in, she's instead of like she's not struggling at all. She's trying to get close in, and she's just slicing at his tentacles, parts of his eyes. And another attack.
Go for it. Make another attack roll. 17 to hit, 13 points of damage, and another bleed stack. As you begin to slice and slice over and over towards them, they are not looking as strong or confident as they were a couple moments ago. Is that your turn?
Yep. So that's two extra d8s on their turn. Yep. Oh, she is going to. She might as well second win. You never know. You know.
Yo, Sensei, I think the one that I attacked, it healed because it was near death and now it's badly injured. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I just saw that. Okay, let me look at that. What happened here?
And that is the end of her turn. As you just see as she's getting lifted, she is just slicing away methodically at the tentacles.
Oh boy. Okay, 1 second. I think that should be their correct health. There we go. That being said, Azora, as you continue doing so, that is your turn. Next up in initiative is Gashir. Okay, now is its time to strike. You will see as the individual will begin to look over towards all of them, and he will begin to start or placing the blade in the legs of his sheath, and he will begin to look towards them. entering a EI Jutsu stance. You'll see as his eye begins to shine, and he'll say, I think I know what to do here. I think... There is their weakness, as he is going to cast True Strike onto them. And he is going to spend his action to cast it on this individual over here. And that is his action. As a bonus action...
Ain't no way. But not good.
And that's his turn. That's all he's gonna do. Alright, Gashir's turn is up. Oh, Toyug's turn. Alright, this guy is gonna start destroying people if he could. He is going to first you do a Tentacle Slam on Azora as you are grappled at this moment in time. And then after that he's gonna start attacking other people. But for right now. Also I think the thing double healed you from earlier. Oh, you did the second one, that's why. Never mind.
Yeah, the second one.
Alright, so Tentacle Slam, he is going to... I need you, actually, Azora, to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. That being said, 17 plus 1, that will succeed. On a successful save, you'll take half of the bludgeoning damage. So, you see as the individual nearly just takes you and just slams you into the legs of the tree. You see as your world nearly begins to almost blur for a brief moment, and you almost see as your vision fades as you resist the likes of the stun. But you do take half damage regardless. So there's 3d6 plus 5. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, Azora.
You gonna take it away? All right, good.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
You see her holding on. She says, "Hey, hurry now! Strike while it's distracted."
In just a moment, I got this. And that's all you hear from behind you. All right.
You, Kashir, or Trog. I don't know who said that.
That was Gashir. All right, there's gonna be a Tentacle Attack going towards the likes of Korra, and then after that, that is a 22 to hit. And 8 points of damage towards Korra as you are now grappled. You see as he begins to hoist you up and begins to nearly strangle you to death, pulling you in close. That said, he is now going to make a... he is going to make a final attack towards the likes of Hannibal. Alright. It's going to be an attack roll towards him. 15, Hannibal is going to look over towards the individual, and as this begins to happen, you'll see as the creature's body will begin to freeze for a brief moment as he is going to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless and make him roll with disadvantage. 24, nope, won't do it. Worth a try. That being said, he will still be grappled as he will break through the legs of the defenses as he is not blinded, but he's still able to know where Hannibal is. He hoists him up and begins to start or almost strangling him. All right, that is his turn.
All right, so those 2d8s for that laceration.
He also has to make a save for the fire as well.
Yep. Oh boy. Actually, he's gonna move a little. He's gonna move for a little bit because I was getting ready to try to do that. But he's gonna have to take some stuff for sure. He's gonna move because he's not in range of anybody else. 5, 10, 15, and yeah, that's pretty much it. He's not gonna move any more than that. So he still will make the save. All right, he's gonna bring you all along for the ride. All right, that said, Dexterity save coming from him. And then roll the 2d8 laceration damage, Azora.
Oh, okay.
Save. That is a 3, yeah, he's taking damage. Roll the 2d6, Agni, as he begins to slowly burn away. Oh my god!
I don't know where he going.
Jeez, nearly max damage on that shit. 9 points of damage plus another 15 on top of that from the legs of the bleed and also the burning blood. Even he is not looking good. That is his turn. Next up in initiative. That being said, Korra, you receive initiative. Hannibal is next, and then after that is Gore. What you got for us, Korra?
So I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon first.
All right. I'm assuming you're moving it closer towards him, or which one?
Yeah.
The one to the left or the one to the middle?
The big homie.
All right, you got it.
The middle homie.
Remember, you got advantage.
Yep.
Right. I think a shift option for me.
Oh, Hannibal never took the D8 the Crimson, right? Let me get that. Big 8. All right, that is a 22 to hit, 6 points of damage. As you strike with the legs of the spiritual weapon, it nearly bludgeons them, and at this point, one of the tendrils is completely almost bent and broken. That said, that's your bonus action. You do got a normal action.
Can I, even though I'm grappled, can I still hit him with my weapon?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Then it's Kabooboo time.
All right, let's see what it is.
Is there advantage on that too?
Yes.
Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. Control Alt.
All right. You begin to grab the legs of your the Kabooboo and you strike with it for a 25 to hit and 10 points of damage. Is that a unnatural crit? Nah, still 15. That being said, he is nooking worse for wear. The bits of the teeth in the maw is completely broken and shattered. He's barely even has a couple of teeth to even consume you with. That said, is that your turn, Cora, or you got anything else?
I'll be my turn.
All right, Hannibal is up, then Gore. Hannibal is going to... he is going to juice up for this fight. He's going to use a bonus action to consume mutagen, and he is going to consume the mutagen of strength once more. You'll see as his eyes begin to glow or almost be washed over with this black sort of ooze for a brief moment, and as this happens, his blade will turn from a sort of bluish lightning to a reddish lightning, as he's going to strike with advantage. First attack is a 21 to hit, will deal 11 points of damage. Second one is a 27 to hit for another 11 points of damage. The creature will take 2d8 points of lightning damage. All right, so that's 1 and then 2. 11 more points, 33 points of damage coming from Hannibal. That said, the creature is on its last legs as it's nearly dead here. But now's the time to strike. Gore of the Meadows, what would you like to do? Oh.
Just went MIA.
Uh-oh. I'll give him like 2 seconds to join back in. If not, we'll come back to his turn in a minute. There it is.
Alright, I'm good now.
Alright, it is your turn, so whenever you're ready, you can go.
Alright, bet. So he's gonna make his way over. They're both looking near death. He would go for the one carrying everything. So Gore would come over here, and he would come over here, and he would strike said creature and do that lacerate thing when he do it.
All right, let's make some attack rolls for me. First one, and you do have advantage on this.
For all intents and purposes, I know I'm poisoned, so I don't know if that counts for anything. But
you do got to make this attack roll with a disadvantage then.
So just
so it's a straight roll, yeah.
All right, well then, let's see what happens.
Let's see. Short sword attack, 18 will hit, 7 points.
The house, and then he's also gonna pop that crimson right on him. Go ahead, hit him with that.
I'll allow it. You gotta technically say it beforehand, but I know you probably would have meant to, so you're good.
Oh, isn't it still on? Oh shit!
Nah, you gotta reset it.
That was the other one. You know, I gotta take that 5 hit. You want me to roll it again?
Nah, you're good. That being said, with 5 points of damage from the Crimson Right of Atakamaru, Gore, how does your tiny sprite self want to take down this massive behemoth in a toy hug? How do you want to do this?
So Gore just, I said put the quick one down. We have work to do. And he just flies in the thing's mouth for a minute, and then just for a second, it doesn't seem like anything's happened. And then right out where one of the eyes is up at the top, Gore like pops out and just grabs the eye on his way out and just watches the thing fall behind him. I have more of these to collect off you, creature.
All right, and with that, you see as the creature begins to drop your allies one by one. First Azora, then Hannibal, then finally Cora, third, before it slumps down and it is dead. I'll mark its body dead, and I'm gonna start rolling on the time limit for it to start harvesting this thing. But
what action does that cost?
It would take a full action to start harvesting these things. So you can choose to try to do it now during combat, and maybe not risk it, or you can try to do it after combat and hopefully kill these things fast enough.
Cool. So well, if I can't do it because I just attacked, right? So
yeah, you used your action and bonus action.
And then Gore would pop back out and he'd be like, I'll just leave him here in the midst of just that body dropped, and he'd be like, quick one, go for the other one's eyes. We have crushing to do, and he just looks at the other thing.
I said that is your turn. Also, if you can, because the overlay is messed all the way up, those of you who were using face cams, if you can, make sure to turn them back on so I can fix the overlay and all that stuff. Then yeah, that'd be appreciated. I appreciate y'all. That being said, Otoyo's turn. After that is Agni, then Addy Dark. So this one over here, I don't know why I got flipped over. Oh god, he is, You'll see as this individual will look over, probably, yeah, he's gonna start, yeah, he's just gonna start moving over off to the side. It'll stay in your range, but he's going to move over to the likes of here, and then just again try to finish what his other brothers tried to start. That said, he is going to make some attack rolls. 3 attack rolls coming towards you all. There's going to be one towards Korra. He's going to actually use the bite attack against Korra right over here. Actually, can he? Yeah, he can. As he begins to try to pick you up and try to devour you. A 21 to hit and 14 points of damage as he nearly just rips off the sort of mechanical arm and nearly sends you flying for a brief moment. As this begins to happen, he will make a attack roll towards Hannibal, which is a 21 to hit, dealing 7 points of bludgeoning damage. He grabs the likes of Hannibal and nearly tosses him off to the side, but Hannibal will try to use one more blood curse and try to make him roll with disadvantage. We'll see. That's it for him after that. 21, nah, still unlucky. That said, it will go off the same. Last attack roll is going to be towards you, Azora. Feature Tentacle Attack. That is a 15 to hit, and you go for it.
Yeah, you see as she gets dropped down by this one, and this one comes up to hit it. As she's falling, she slides under some garbage and throws it upwards, so the tentacle hits that, giving her enough time to roll away.
Hell yeah, easy enough. That said, that is your turn, or that is its turn. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not, that's not looking too good. All right, meanwhile, Agni, you receive initiative. Addy Dark is next, and then Trog is third. What you got for us, Agni?
Come down here and get to slicing at these eyes. As he walks down, his scythe dragging amongst the trash.
All right.
While he's kind of attacking Azura, he's going to pick it up, and the tentacle that missed, he's going to aim at that to cut it off.
All right, make your attack roll then.
My UI is just not here.
I'll give you a second. 8.
Yeah, I still have advantage.
Yeah, you do have it on this guy. 18 to hit, 13 points of slashing damage with the scythe. How do you want to kill this guy?
Yeah, so as kind of that trash hits it from Azura, and he's not paying attention, Agni kind of comes up unstealthily and just kind of slashes that tentacle right off him. Expected more of a fight from this thing, but nonetheless, he instantly turns his attention and points over where Addy Dark is as he sends his flaming spear over to crash into the other one. But I don't think I can move it.
As you begin to do so, Zora, because you're probably facing that general direction, and Agni, both of you make perception checks with sight. And from Agni, that's easy enough. 8 and a 12, yeah, you're good to go. As Agni, you begin to slay the likes of this beast, as well as Gore dropping the likes of this giant individual, from summoning flame spheres to nearly cutting them, or pretty much cutting them in half almost at this point. you look over towards Gashir, who is still just sort of readying themselves, getting ready to strike, and then for a brief moment, you see as they're startled, and they have their jaw wide open as they're staring at you both. And they're like, what the fuck? What?
Warriors.
What? Don't worry, I will join you. And that's all.
Pick your jaw up. There's still an enemy to fight.
Right. And that is that. Agni, you got anything else for your turn?
Yeah, my bonus action was he's going to ram the sphere into the one that Addy Dark is fighting, but I can't control the sphere because I think you created it.
Yeah. How far can you throw the sphere? 30 feet?
30 feet. That's a
Yep.
bonus action.
Just the correct amount of space. All right. They need to make a dexterity saving throw. You can roll the 2d6 in the meantime. All right, dexterity save. That is going to be a 10, so they're going to fail. As you take the sphere and begin to immediately send it forth as it crashes into them, slowly burning their hide, that will deal 8 points of damage towards them. Anything else you'd like to do, Agni?
Anything
I can move, I think I can move 5 more feet. He just takes a step forward, but that's my turn.
Alrighty. That said, that is your go. Next up is Addy Dark. After that is Trog. What you got for us, Addy?
I'm going to reckless attack this fool real quick. If I can target him.
All right.
And then I just targeted, yo. What you talking about? Get the roll? Yeah, I got the
2 to 1. Ugh. You strike forth with a first unarmed strike as an action, but you swing wide as the individual tries to wrap around your arm. Oh, good.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, can I get my inspiration?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah. Agni seeing that, he would just see him yell out, Addy Dark, lower your hips, and allow him to re-roll one of those attacks.
All right, make just an unarmed strike. This is not with advantage. 25, that'll hit, and dealing 5 points of damage. Hold on, it's not doing the. I thought I fixed it. I guess it broke itself again. All right, I'll make sure to do that. Roll a d4 for me. Yeah, I guess it broke itself when it did the update. Oh no, what the hell happened?
D4, you say?
Yeah. +1. Oh, okay. 1 point of damage anyways, and then -2 for the rage damage. That is your first strike. That being said, the thing on Foundry or whatever, like on the OBS screen is acting up, but don't worry, you are fine. You do have a bonus action you can make if you'd like to send another one this guy's way.
Is this dude too large to push, or?
Too large to push? Yeah, he is considered huge. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to push him necessarily.
Gotcha. I'll just flavor my first strike and call it a day, and then I would say slipping and sliding, I missed that first strike, but then squaring up his hips, he hits him with a nice little uppercut. And then I think we're going to go with another unarmed strike.
11, that won't do it. That being said, you send forth the other one. Go ahead.
I whiffed the hell out of that hook.
Oh wait, actually you do have advantage because you reckless. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still advantage.
I thought it was only the first strike. It's all strikes?
All attacks on your turn.
Yep.
Oh, that's advantage. All right, well, let's do it again.
That's a natural 20. All right, I need you to roll 2d4.
All that hip adjustment, boy.
Right.
Hip adjustment.
Agni got you, man. It's all on the hips.
All on the hips, bruh. What the fuck just happened?
Nope.
2d4.
2d4. 3. That being said, hey, it all adds up. 3 more points of damage on top of that. As you strike into the individual, you see as they're almost stunned for a brief moment in time, they begin to writhe back and nearly trip over the likes of the garbage and debris. Anything else on your turn, or is that your go?
I think anyone who attacks him has advantage.
Yes.
Is that? Am I doing that? Am I doing that right?
Oh, you're right about that.
Yep. All right.
The crusher.
Crush. I can't say crush because I believe it's patent pending by Gore.
It is. You can call it something else, but you know what I mean.
Trash now is weak. So we have to rebrand that as Strike instead of Crusher. We're gonna call it Striker now.
Obviously, Addy Dark, that is your
respect
turn. All right, and it's Trog's turn. It's time for a redemption arc. You'll see as Trog will begin to, or actually, he's gonna use his reaction to reposition himself a little bit closer to the fight as Addy Dark does his turn, and at this point he will look over. And he will begin to hide in the likes of the bushes for a brief moment, and he's gonna make a stealth check. Give himself advantage if he can. Actually, nah, he's just
He
going.
already gets advantage because of Addy.
Cause that?
I thought Addy's Crusher, whenever he crits, anything that attacks that creature
Oh, is that how that
has
works?
advantage.
Any
Yeah.
attack.
That's
Any
the
attack.
Crusher.
Gotcha. Well, if that's the case, say less. Trog will try to ready his arrow. He will pull back with all his might, and he is gonna send a short bow attack. Good lord. That's a 9, but he has advantage.
Knowing a distance. Strike.
That is a 20. He fucking hits. He can do it.
Oh my god.
So you gotta cheer him on, bro.
You gotta
Open
cheer him
communication,
on,
just
bro.
gotta cheer him on.
That is 2d6 of damage to this man. Oh my god, that's 9 points of damage. That's pretty impressive for Trog.
This Strahd storyline, I don't even know where it's going, but it's telling volumes right now.
Disrespecting Trog, man.
You see, as he begins to aim forth, he looks over, and now as all the different individuals are slain off to the field, he only sees one target. They're afar, and he's at a perfect distance. He takes a little bit of time and aims the shot, and as it fires forth, it strikes into, or almost strikes directly into the jaw, or the lower jaw of the creature, nearly making them bleed. Addy Dark, you look over to the side, and that's a good shot from Trog, but that is their turn. All right, next up, we got the Otoyug, and then it's back up to Zaman, and then Azora. Okay, first off, Addy Dark is going to be 3 attack rolls going towards you because you're just the closest one to it. So let's see what it's got. Addy features. All right, first things first, going to be a Tentacle Attack. It's going to be a 20 to hit for 6 points of damage. I'm gonna get your rage thing back. Second one's going to be another Tentacle Attack. 18 to hit, 12 points of damage reduced to 6. And the final attack, as he has you sort of trying to grapple you, he's not able to, as you're able to slip through the legs of the tendrils, unable to hold. But he will try to bite you instead. 21 to hit and 10 points of piercing damage reduced to 5. Did that one go through? Hold on. That one did not go through. I'll make sure to change that in just a moment. All right, there you go. That said, make a Constitution saving throw, Addy.
I'm sorry, which kind of saving throw?
Constitution. Actually, are you immune to it for 24 hours? No, you're not.
I'm Dexterity saving, I want to say.
No, Constitution.
No, I'm saying I think I got the Dexterity saving throws where I got shit, not Constitution.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you're thinking of danger sense. You have advantage, but con is just a roll for you.
Yeah. I said 9. That is not good. You will take one other thing on top of that. Oh yeah, I gotta roll another d10. Oh no. You see as this individual bites down into you, and it begins to course all of the bits of poison and more, and all the bits of trash and other sort of junk and debris. The toxins begin to course through your veins as your maximum HP is reduced permanently by a d10. It's only by 2, but so it could be a lot. Could have been a lot worse. But that said, that is that. Or reduce your max HP.
Yikes. Stay away from these in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. That was yuck.
All
Sorry.
right.
These eyes?
Wait, we talking like permanent, like a mark? Like
Permanent, and as far as you can tell, but you may need to make some medicine checks to figure out if that thing is permanent, or if you can cure that somehow. But that disease is festering amongst amongst your entire person. It is bad. All right. Also, is there anything else on top of that?
If he stays there, he has to make a dex save. If he stays
Honestly, He was grabbing, I mean, realistically, he was grabbing Addy Dark and just kind of running away at this point. Because he cares for his life. So he's gonna keep doing that. He's gonna do it at half speed, but he's gonna keep trying. 5, 10.
I thought Addy couldn't be grabbed.
Oh yeah, that's right, can't.
Grab me.
Yeah.
Free bars. Oh.
So he would get a free.
Honestly, yeah, he's gonna. Honestly, he sees all of his brothers fucking dead. Yeah, he's gonna run. Addy, you do get an attack of opportunity. He is getting up out of here.
All right, let's do this shit. Oh, you want to bite me, bro? You want to point?
The knife.
Bruh. 1 second. This is.
All right.
This attack's at advantage too.
Yep. Reckless attack and all that stuff. Afterwards, Zaman, you're gonna be next, and then Azora is second. Thank you, Big Dungeon Energy, for the follow. Appreciate you.
Target.
The anticipation. It's real.
The anticipation is killing everyone I know.
Will he strike?
I swear, we're almost there. We're almost there,
Time
folks.
now.
We're almost there. There we go.
22 to hit. 8 points of bludgeoning damage plus your rage damage. Oh my god.
In response to this poison, he grabs his club and unsheaths it, and he swings for the fences, bro. He says, "You want to run? I'll hit you. I'll hit you out of the park." And he cracks him with the bat.
As that being said, you see as this individual is almost sent flying from it as they begin to try to get out of the area. That said, that is their... Actually, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, that is their turn. They are sprinting through the likes of this trash. All right, that is their go. And next up, we got Zaman, then Azora. What you got for us, Zaman?
You see Zaman rushes over, and he says, "Oh, not so fast," as he's gonna throw a javelin right at his back.
All right, let's see what you got. Make an attack roll as you take the javelin, try to toss it towards them.
At advantage.
Yeah. 20 to hit, 5 points of damage, so close. That being said, you strike into him, and also keep in mind, inspiration can be used to reroll any dice, even damage dice. But as you strike into them, you see as the blade begins to enter, and they are being slowed by as they're limping. Is that your turn?
Yeah, his bonus action, he's going to look at Addy Dark and says, "You're not looking so good." Yeah, and he's gonna cast Healing Word on him.
All right, cast a spell towards them. As you begin to mend and heal towards them, they gain 7 points of HP, and that is your turn, correct?
Yep, that's it.
And in the distance, all you hear is Addy Dark. Strike! Strike! Strike!
This guy. All right, Azora, you receive initiative. You are very, very far right now.
Yep. She is going to say, "Finish off the last one. I'll start collecting these eyes." And she's gonna use her turn to start harvesting eyes with her blade.
All right, make a survival check. Let's see what you got. 21, that's good stuff. That being said, you cut the legs of the eyes off from the legs of the corruption as they slowly begin to start freezing over like ice almost, and then shattering. You cut off the legs of 1 and then 2 with that one. All right,
Okay.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yep. That's all for her turn. That was on the one or both for both of them.
That's just one. That's just one.
Okay. Yeah, so she's gonna just wait here for the next one. All right, yeah, she's gonna stay here and tell the rest. For those with range, chase down that one.
Oh, shit. One thing real quick, I almost forgot. Everybody in the area, as you guys begin to breathe in more and more of the toxic fumes, I need Constitution saving throws from everyone.
Yikes.
Including Zaman, Korra, and
Not Zaman, Korra, or Agni, though.
Right,
And then Azora and Gore, you guys have advantage.
Oh, okay.
20 for Gore, you're good to go.
that's,
21 for Azora, you're good. And then I need one for, I think, is that everybody? I need one for Addy Dark.
I am so sorry. What do you need me to do? My bad.
Constitution saving throw to resist the toxins from the gas in the area. And then Strog with an 8, he will be poisoned. Hannibal will.
Constitution has been checked like 1,000 times. It feels like.
Yep. That is a 4. Hannibal is poisoned again, and I think that is everyone. All right.
I'm working on mine. Mine will be there in 1 moment.
All right, you're fine. All right, Gashir will receive initiative, and he will look towards the individual as they are sprinting off to the side. And as this begins to happen,
Gashir, why don't you help someone harvest the eyes? Yes.
hold on. Hold on 1 second. I gotta see this.
Please help. Please help.
30. I just gotta see this though. I gotta see this. Make a persuasion check, Agni. 16. Alright, fine. You'll see as he really thinks about it, he literally is getting ready to sort of unleash the slash of a lifetime. And
I'm sure he is.
He is. He's casted True Strike. He even was used his bonus action to use the Poisoner feat. And he is lacing it, or he's basically coating the likes of his blade with poison and more. And he looks towards you and he's just like, but I can do this. I can finish him off. I can. Do you just say anything towards him?
It's a team effort. Please, help with the eyes. Your skills are probably useful there.
You're right. Yeah, you better run! I will show you! And that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna make a survival check. Alright. So, that said, attribute survival. 20, yeah, it's not bad. He actually did something useful.
He's good at something.
He's good at something. Like shit.
Gotta know when to play your plays, bro. Gotta know when to play your plays.
He knew what he could do and what he can't do.
He knew it.
He is like, huh, this is a lot easier than I thought. And that's, he's gonna get 2. That is his turn. He's gonna get 2 from this one specifically.
I think Azora definitely wants to build a training camp or maybe that battle ring to get some real training going on.
Yeah, Hannibal is gonna have some words for this one. All right.
Of the blade.
All right, I told you it's
that
dead.
man really crashed True Strike. I'm still reeling from that.
I thought this was about to be some homebrew crazy True Strike.
This man cast True Strike, and I was
he
like,
casted the tried and true.
Classic, regular True Strike.
Yeah, he must be shooken. He has to be shook.
He was analyzing and everything. But Cora, you receive initiative. You see the individual trying to run away from the likes of your allies, but you have a chance to take them down while they run. What you got for us?
I'm gonna move. I think my spiritual weapon might be able to reach him.
Oh,
No,
let's...
it's only 20 feet.
Nah, that's 20 feet.
Nah, yeah, you're not getting there.
No, never mind. Shit. I don't think I could. Let me see how far is he. $30 feet? Okay. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Hell yeah. As you begin to conjure the spell, your arm begins to almost conjure itself with the likes of divine energy and fire it off in a singular blast. Make an attack roll for Guiding Bolt.
I thought your
at
character
advantage,
by
right?
default cast
It's
spells.
still
I was
at
like, bro, if
advantage.
you don't cast the spell, bro.
Yeah, it's still at advantage because of the adding dark.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, this might be it. We'll see.
Wait, I guess just for my awareness, is that kind of?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
that's it.
No, that's it. That's it. 22 to hit and 24 points of damage as you overkill him 8 times over. Hey Cora, how do you want to kill this guy with Guiding Bolt?
She prays to Iros to give her guidance,
and then she just lifts her hand out, and then you just see streams of like bolts just come crashing down on old boy.
That being said, oh good.
No, go ahead. That's it.
And as this begins to happen, as the bolts begin to crash down into him, you see as he begins to squeal out in pain as he is dropped down, pelted by the radiant energy. He is dead. That being said, all of the foes have been defeated and no more Toyugs last. That is, you have collected a bit of materials from 2 of them, but you only have a little bit of time before all 3 of these guys begin to slowly corrupt into the likes of an astral mist. I said combat is ended, but who's going where and who's doing what?
Gore is immediately gonna pick up eyes from the thing that he was sitting on.
All right.
Sorry, feeling himself from that, but yeah.
Zamon's gonna go over here. He's gonna cast guidance on himself and try to harvest eyes from this one.
All right.
Quick
Keep in mind,
question.
guidance would be an action, and the survival check is, or the harvesting is an action as well.
Oh, well then never mind. He'll just harvest it.
All right, go for it. That said, make a survival check. Gore and Zaman, go ahead. Whoever else was saying.
Is mine an advantage?
What for again?
For the hunter.
Oh, Blood Hunter harvesting. Yeah, I'll give you advantage. Yeah.
Gotta ask the questions.
How many eyes are on these things in total?
So it's not many. It's not many. Most of the eyes, from what you can tell, are for the most part corrupted and just unusable, from what you can tell. And also they're just sort of shattering about very, very fast. But you figure that about 3 total, or excuse me, about 6 total are usable, or possible to be taken. All right.
For the last one, I guess, Agni wants to help Trog because this is apparently his specialty.
All right. So, wait, Gashir or Trog?
I mean, Trog is what's known for this, so I mean, give Trog a chance to do
So
something.
he told us.
All right, that's
Yeah. About to find out, so he would help him, give him advantage.
survival attack. Natural 20. Hey, it's his calling. It's his calling. Look at Trog go.
Look
at Trog.
This is what he does. 27. Oh shit. Actually, yeah, that is ain't this a natural 20? Yeah, you see as Trog fucking like, bro, it's bad. Like he takes the dagger, he starts just going to town and just taking out the likes of these eyes. He takes out one, he takes out a second, he takes out a third, and then at this point, as he sees it's taking too long, he literally, with his sort of gator-like jaws, reaches out and just bites and rips out one of the third or one of the 4th eyes out, and then spits it off to the side for you guys to use later. He gets 4 eyes from that one. My
How
God.
many did Gashir get before with that 20?
He got 2.
Alright, so we got 8 altogether. Okay.
So this one, yeah, this one's out. He is.
Of the people.
So we got 8 so far, and then how many did Gore get?
Gore got from 19. You would get 1, but hey, it's all good. That being said, you guys have one more attempt to try to harvest it from this guy, but that is it. And then Zaman, what'd you get from earlier?
Guidance doesn't work on that, right?
If you have somebody cast guidance, that's not, you know, assisting.
Oh,
you.
I mean, bless doesn't work for that. It's just guidance. My bad.
Oh, nice.
Azora would ask Hannibal to assist her with this big one. She'll just ask him to kind of help hold up some of the tentacles as she goes to slice the eyes out.
You'll see as he sheathes the blade and just says, right, and just begins to hold it for you to strike. While you're doing that, you can make your roll with advantage, but Zaman, what was the survival check from earlier? He's muted if you're saying anything.
It's an 8, I think. Hold on.
Oh no, that ain't getting it. That is not getting it.
Yeah, he tried to bless himself, but you know, too quick.
That being said, Azora, with your 25, you would able to get 2 more from the likes of this beast. As you begin to harvest and take them out, Hannibal begins to almost use the likes of his claws to dig deep within them and rip them out. That said, bits of more of the sort of corrupted nature begins to take over the likes of its form. This is the final check that you have for this one, and that is it. Zaman, you can make 1 more check, or 2 more checks for this guy if you wish, or unless anybody wants to help Zaman over off to the side.
I don't think Azora would realistically. She would assume he's doing a good job.
Was over there with him. It's kind of far.
So Gore can't get any more from that one. Is that correct? Because if not, he would go over there and help. Like if it started dissolving, he would rush over to the other one.
If you want to, it's either you or Azora can make it. Your choice.
What, at this one right here?
Yeah, there's only so many you could take. Or actually, wait, no, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, you could make another one here if you wanted to. My bad.
Okay, yeah, he just continue harvesting. Let's have that survival check roll. Oh, nope, supposed to be at advantage, buddy. Roll
Take the
one more.
18. All right.
Yeah.
Zora, you can make one more with advantage.
All right.
23, 18. Yeah, you guys are good. That said, you gain 2 more, and at this point, Zora and Hannibal, you gather 1 eye, and Gore, you gather the last one. As this individual begins to perish, they are no longer alive or amongst this realm. That said, Zaman, as this is beginning to happen, what did you roll from earlier?
So I rolled a 13 and a 9, but I did roll a 9 for my Oracle's Insight. But realistically, should I just add it to the 13 or should I add it to the 9? Like,
Add it to the highest one. And this also the first one, so there's a 13. So yeah.
okay, so 22 and then a 9.
Here's what happens though, as you begin to use this ability and you're sort of harvesting and more. You begin to, at first you're sort of struggling for a bit. You heard a bit of sort of whispers and sort of murmuring for a little bit. And then you begin to just try to ask for anything's aid to just sort of help you get the likes of this eye and get moving. Then you begin to hear a sort of a loud voice that begins to almost feel sort of not right, a little bit unsettling even, as you begin to hear the ramblings of this individual.
Fine. I guess I will help you occasionally. Goodness gracious, why can anybody do anything around here? Okay. Oh, so, as this vessel will maybe be able to do, maybe I will take him over a little bit. Maybe I won't. But I do want to at least tell the little one, or the little flying one, that he's doing a great job taking down and sort of how you say, pilfering Heliod's name. Here, take this bit of aid and get going, fool.
That being said, as this begins to happen, you just hear this begin to hold your head. You begin to hear multiple voices several times over and over and over, sort of repeating themselves. But eventually, you're able to put all your hands in the right place and take the eyes out. You gain a total of 1 eye.
Copy. You see Zaman says this. Was that Phanax? What was that? It's just strange. As he's harvesting the eye.
All right, you got one last shot. Oh, go ahead, Azor.
How many did we get in total now?
Let him finish it. See if he gets more.
Yeah.
Check.
All right, last one. Right.
Last one. Can you redeem yourself?
Yeah, it's struggling.
23.
There you go, bro. There you go.
There you go. 2 more eyes as you begin to take this bit of time. You even use the. Or actually, yeah, I mean, you can describe it if you want, but if not, then.
After getting the guidance for Phoenix, Zaman says to himself, so this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and he starts to strategically use his thorn whip to like pull out the eyes.
Heck yeah, I was thinking the same thing. As you do, you're able to get a couple more, 2 in fact, before the likes of the Atoyug is destroyed in the process. That said, you look over and with all the individuals gone, for the most part, you all reside victorious. That said, here we go. You look over up to the sky and you do see as it definitely seems to be a little bit or raining for the most part, or it's actually definitely starting to pick up a little bit of the storm. At this point in time, Agni, you would watch as your flaming sphere will eventually dissipate. But what would you all like to say, and what would you all like to do?
You'll see Zaman like kind of slowly walk over and says, "Gore, I think your God spoke to me."
And Gore would look at you and he'd have like almost like a twisted smile on his face.
He said, "You're doing a great job crushing things, and spitting on the name of Hiliad. He said, "Keep up the good work."
And Gore would. Quick one! I told you the eyes were a blessing. Gore does well. We shall crush more. And Gore looks almost a little nutty when he says it.
Just to make sure, we got 16 total. Trog 4, Azora 5, Gashir 2, Zaman 3, and Gore 2.
Yep, correct.
Okay. She looks over at you
Well,
and nods.
one thing.
Go ahead.
Oh boy, this happens. Zaban, make a wisdom saving throw. You feel a force. Well, actually, I'll give you a choice. You feel a force basically trying to rip itself free from within you for a brief moment in time. That same sort of, or pounding force of multiple voices and more. They seem to be almost trying to rip themselves free and almost use the likes of your form for a brief moment in time, or possibly even take over it permanently. You can choose to resist, or you can choose to let it happen. If you want to resist, make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, so Zaman will resist. He don't know what this is.
Alright. What's that total? What you got?
20.
20, that is exactly what you needed. That being said, you begin to hear as, well, all of you would actually begin to hear as some voice begins, that's not his, begins to sort of emerge, and you would hear roughly the sorts of...
Blood moon. Blood moon. Find it and pray.
And that's where it gets basically cut off. It's trying to, whatever it is, it's trying to will itself free, but is not being allowed at the moment.
You see Zaman's... Oh yeah, I don't know what that was. It's very strange. Strange indeed.
What the hell was that? See, as Hannibal's looking towards you.
Perhaps it's more messages, greedy one.
I'm unsure. If someone wants to send a message, they should talk to me first, not just take over my body.
Zora says, well, regardless of that, we cleared out this area. Perhaps we can see if there's any metal scraps or any materials we could get from this trash and bring any resources we can back to the encampment.
I think this is a great idea. Gashir, was this the area we were supposed to go to? Is there any other areas that we needed to go to?
Well, I really shot them. But yes, this should be far enough. But, well, there's more to the forest that needs to be, well, destroyed. But that can wait for another day. This should suffice in proving yourselves to the council.
Perhaps we could find one of these boxes that aren't broken and load up with anything that still could be useful inside and bring them back.
Yes, we should scavenge what we can from this area.
Well, there seems to be plenty of materials.
I'd be surprised if we couldn't find anything useful out of all of this. I will get to looking. Azora, can you provide assistance?
She looks at she says, yes, of course. And go ahead, Zaman.
You see Zaman looking at Trog unsure. He comes over and says, yeah, here's a bit of advice. You should try to look here, do this, do that, and then make sure you don't. And then he's going to cast guidance on Trog.
And for help, she would say to him, I'll use my eye to see if we can spot anything worthwhile. but we're gonna have to have a talk when we get back to camp. And so yeah,
Hannibal will just say, "We'll definitely need to have a talk, especially about the defenses and warrior nature of this place." And he'll fucking he's literally gonna give Gashir the stink eye. Like,
The blade. Oh man, that's hilarious.
oh man. That said, is anybody and before we get into survival checks and scavenging, is anybody else doing anything?
Gora's already diving into this stuff, trying to find whatever he can. He's been pretty good at scavenging thus far, so he just right to work.
Alright. Well, that said, anybody else before we get to all that?
Zord's assisting Trog.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll do this real quick. Invest. This is survival. 20. All right. You'll see as he's able to find a crate or two.
Guidance.
Oh, guidance. Gotcha. D4. Yeah, I mean he's fine. You'll see as he's able to find a couple of crates that aren't necessarily broken that you guys can actually put a couple materials in. All right. But at this point in time, all right. Gore, as you're oh, that is a natural 20, my friend. Well, I have good news and even better news. So you're able to get a bunch of materials, but you're also able to find a couple of magic items in the process. I need you to roll 2d100. Let's do this. Let me go find.
What happened last time? He had to roll for his magic item.
Oh no.
Oh man, y'all better hope. I don't.
We got a 24 and a 43. All right. While that's happening, okay, and that's everybody who's scavenging. Okay, you're about to get a lot of materials. So, TLDR, for this, your material resource, it's maxed. No matter what you have, it's fucking maxed right here. There is no way feasible that out of all this trash that there is nothing useful in this thing. It's not happening. But on top of that, you with your 22, you don't find much food. All of it's definitely decaying. You don't find any real medicine that's kind of usable. Water, definitely not in here. And soul coins, you do find a couple. You find the likes of 2 soul coins out of the entire mass of this, but hey, it will still help out.
The more soul coins, the better.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so maxed out materials and then 3 soul coins you got for this session. Okay, while I'm looking up all this stuff, if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves while I'm getting the magic items for Gore.
Zaman would say, Gashia, looks like you never made it into combat.
This motherfucker would talk to the NPC while I'm getting stuff done. No, I'm kidding.
My bad.
I'm messing with you. Oh man. Say that one more time.
You say, Gashia, you looks like you never made it into combat.
Why, God? Why?
Oh God. Gore did it again, huh? I love it. The last time he said this, Gore was going bananas. What did Gore roll?
No,
Sensei,
dear
what did Gore
Lord.
roll?
At least
did
this
Gore roll,
group isn't
Sensei?
as chaotic as them. It's not the Ascent. It's not the Ascent. It can't go that bad, right?
I don't know.
Oh
what did
my
Gore roll, Sensei?
God. You'll see in a minute. You'll see in a
Gore
minute.
roll, Sensei?
The less chaotic thing is you get a spell scroll of level 2 of any spell you want. Now, whether you want to give that to a party member or whatever, that's up to you. The other thing that you fucking find, you find a vial of the sorts, a potion, if you will. It smells sweet, even. Look over at it. Yeah, you know exactly what it is. You look at it and it's pink liquid in nature.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Make a medicine check, Gore, with advantage. Well, actually, no, you don't. You're not a mutant blood hunter, so just make a medicine check or Arcana check, your choice, whatever.
Wait. The headphone died. I missed it. What was it?
Oh, you don't know yet.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You gotta do a medicine check, sir.
Oh
This is
my
about to win.
god.
Medicine
This
or
is a win.
Arcana.
Hey yo, where's
War.
Max? Where's Max? Max,
Not here to see.
Max, I need you. God damn it, why?
Medicine or Arcana check?
Yeah, medicine or Arcana check. I feel like this was the same. I feel like a year ago this happened too. Like I feel like it was on the same month or day.
February is around the corner.
Oh my
February
god.
is close.
Arcana check. Ooh, let's see what we can score.
No. A 5. Even better. He has no idea what it is. Even better. But it is a liquid. It is pink. And it smells sweet. And that's it. That's all I can tell you for right now. That being said, alright. Does the party head back to the Legs of the Force? To the Sewer King?
Oh man, to know.
On the way back though, Azora will ask Gashir and Trog specifically Trog, if he does see any plants that could possibly be used for medicine, and then Gashir if he knows of any like medicinal plants as they head back.
Medicinal plants, it's not really my specialty. I can talk to the plants and stuff like that due to my nature, but you'd probably want to, if you want more things to look for, you'd probably want to talk to, what's his name? Where is he? Give me a second, it's been a month. Not him. I believe it is, yeah, him. You'd probably want to talk to Spore. He is the rounder one of the bunch, of the council. He's the village chief farmer and sort of, he's the one that deals with the herbs and stuff like that.
Understood. Trog, on our way back, keep an eye out to see if you see any plants that could possibly be used for medicine.
Okay, I will make sure to do so.
And she pats him on the back. You give a little, appreciation.
He nods in appreciation to that, and you all continue. That being said, I know we got a little bit of a time limit, I think, today. So, if there's anything else, any last bit of conversations you're having, then we can handle them now. If not, then, well, here, wait. All right. That being said, as the party begins to continue forth, back to the likes of the Sewer King, to give back the likes of the eyes and maybe cash in on the likes of a deal. That is where we will have to call the session, as we'll return back next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Valley of Dreams Session 2. That being said, thank you everybody for who played and more. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. As oh boy, oh my god, like Tito, do you understand what it is, or are you completely clueless on what you think this thing is?
I pay attention to lore, and if it's anything of what I think it is,
then it is
fun to be had.
It
That
is.
literally rewrote the entire lore of your entire shit.
Yes,
And
yes
Gore
it
has
did.
it right now.
And he has no idea what it is at all.
I just gotta play this to Gore so right. It's gonna be great. I love it.
For those of you guys who don't know, that is in fact a love potion. And for those of you who don't know the lore of Project Aurora, all I can say, the last group that got a love potion started a divine war. And started literally a civil war between all the gods. And started an entire world event with Clothis. Which also led to a lot of things in Vote and why the way they are. And now we're back in action with Valentine's Day around the corner, baby. Will Gore give it to Ambrosi? Who knows?
I'm waiting for this potion and the glue to like come into effect, because that's going to be a terrible day.
Fun day.
Oh
No, it's funny.
man.
We're holding on to that glue, and the day that it gets used,
It's
Oh,
going
boy.
to be bad.
No. All right.
There's so many interesting items.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna break down stream. I'll be right back. And afterwards, unless you gotta really go to bed and all that stuff, then obviously get going. But we're gonna go into the lore challenge right afterwards. I won't take too long. All right, be right back.
Copy.
All right, thank y'all for watching, and also Big Dungeon Energy. Thank you for the T1 sub. That actually means a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream today. My name is, for everybody, I guess, joining on in into the sort of thing. My name is SenseiSuplex. I'm a professional dungeon master that runs a giant grand universe alongside several other dungeon masters in this whole little thing, an MMORPG experience in D&D known as Project Aurora. Project Aurora, again, it features several dozen campaigns, including this one that you just saw, and all the 3 other ones that came before it. As they can all affect each other in big or small ways, as they're all played in the same exact universe. You guys can affect the sessions. The players obviously can affect the sessions, but even people on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff can affect the sessions. Everybody leaves their mark. So I have a question. If that sounds interesting to you in the slightest, how will you join the Discord? Go to the YouTube channel, catch up on any of the sessions and all that stuff if you missed them, or if you want to catch up on Valley Dreams and how the heck these individuals met, how they got to this place, and all this other sort of shenanigans and more. Be sure to go check out the YouTube channel, go sub to it. We're going to be actually uploading the campaign for Saturday. That should be going live tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure the time, but be sure to check that out when you can. That being said, thank you guys for all the follows and all that stuff. Oh, thank you. We actually hit 1,400 followers the other day. Appreciate that, Katrine. I probably fucking messed up your name, and I am very, very sorry. I clicked all the things. Heck yeah, that's what we like to hear. I appreciate that. And the compound, thank you for the follow. Thank you guys so much. The love is appreciated, everybody. You go right on and mess up my name. I am so sorry. Hey, tell me how to pronounce your name, because I really do hate mispronouncing people's names, because everybody mispronounces my name, like my actual real life name, Kevon, and all that stuff. Katrim? Katrim? Did I get that right? Did I get that right? We'll see in a minute. We'll see in a minute after the delay. All right, we're gonna see if there's anybody to raid on Rolling Together. There is. Ooh, we're gonna raid Carney's Sideshow. I'm playing God of War. Fuck it. Let's go raid him, because I want to go say hi. Closer. We'll get there. That being said, head over to the next streams and all that stuff. And that being said, we're gonna get this right. We're gonna get this right. Even join the Discord, even, because we got an awesome little community that we got going on for Project Aurora. And hey, maybe you can even join into the games. And hey, join a fucking voice call and tell me, hey, Sensei, you got my name right. Here's how you actually pronounce my name. It'd be appreciated. All right, that being said, thank you guys so much. We're gonna go raid our friend Carney's Sideshow. They're awesome individuals. They're playing God of War at the moment, so not necessarily D&D, but I want each and every single one of you to go spread the love. Tell them they're an awesome person. Tell them that Sensei sent them, and they are telling you, Carney's Sideshow, that you are a cool person. Leave a follow on them, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching, but let's go to the starting soon screen, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Bye-bye!